WMIX Sports. Rams basketball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Mount Vernon Rams basketball is also presented in part by Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. One-stop flooring America in Mount Vernon. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Winning Edge. See what they can customize at winningedgeusa.com. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon. And also by Purcell Tire of Mount Vernon. Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Schmidt Ford of Salem. People's National Bank. Ford Square in King City Chrysler. You can count on us. And Bird Watson Drug of Mount Vernon. 2 locations to serve you better. We take you to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios for the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams basketball starts now.
Well, it's the final night of the Pyramid Plus tournament on WMIX FM and WMIXsports.com. And, of course, glad to be here with you for the Landers Collision Center's pregame show as the Mount Vernon Rams, 1-1, battle the 2-0 Collinsville Kahoks. Tournament championship is on the line. Actually, if the Rams win it, there would be a possible 3-way tie for the title, as Marion still to play Heron later tonight. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow is our on-site engineer. Audrey Southern is back at the Mount Vernon studio, and we've just learned that this is going to be an extended Landers Collision Center's pregame show. The 15-minute clock had already started for warm-ups, but what has happened is the Collinsville bus, and we knew this before taking the air, had broken down, and they're still trying to get all of the Collinsville team here. However, we were told we were back on track for a 6:30 p.m. start. The 15-minute clock had already begun rolling, but that clock has been extended another 10 minutes or so. So this pregame show will be extended somewhat, but that's okay. We're paid to talk for a living, so I suppose we will do that. If we can fill a 2-hour rain delay in high school baseball, I'm sure we can fill the extra time in high school basketball as well. Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Visit them online at landersauto.com. You can watch us online tonight at WMIXsports.com. Of course, we're here on 94.1 FM as we always are. Lady Rams should be well underway on AM 940 and 96.5 FM. We found out they are in a 5th-place game tonight at the Nashville Girls Invitational Tournament. I bring alongside Danny Czerwinski, DC. Obviously, we knew ahead of time that the Collinsville bus was broken down. However, they had a clock running. That was almost expired. They put new 15 minutes on the clock. They started that under the assumption that they were going to start again at 6:30, as was scheduled. But Collinsville has more players filtering in from their bus breakdown, which happened near Benton tonight.
The game will start at 6:40. Just announced over the PAs. We came on the air. It's a 10-minute delay. The bus, as you mentioned, broke down in Benton, and Coach Lee and the parents were circling back, retrieving players. Now, I don't know what the protocol is for bringing players to the game if a bus breaks down, but obviously you want to bring the guys who are going to start and or play lots first. That way you can get them down here. So we hope everybody makes it back and forth up the interstate and back, and here on Heron Road, here in Johnson City Road, the local colloquial term is, to get here to the ball game tonight. It'll start about 6:40. The Rams have been on the floor for a while, probably warming up for a good 40 minutes. They're out here now currently shooting, and Collinsville, what was here, has been on the floor, and they're now back in the locker room waiting for the reserves to come in. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. This thing's supposed to start at 6:40, the first of 2 on the final night here at the Pyramid.
Well, it's been an interesting Pyramid Plus tournament for the Mount Vernon Rams. They've relied heavily upon Braden Fitzgerald, a kid who has found his way to get into the scoring column as he has traditionally done, over 1,000 points for his career, 34 points last night, 27 the night, well, not the night prior, we had a Thanksgiving break, but on Wednesday night to open up the year. 61 points for the tournament, averaging 30.5 points for his season so far, and obviously for Braden Fitzgerald, might draw some MVP talk in this Pyramid Plus tournament.
And probably deservingly so. I think obviously if anybody has seen any part of this tournament, he's probably the best player here of the 4 teams, most points in 2 games, and the things that he has been able to do in the first 2 games helped the Rams get to 1-1. It's a little different than most. Now, some people may argue a player or two from Collinsville, especially if they go undefeated and beat Mount Vernon here tonight. And, of course, these two teams had a dandy matchup last year at the junior high in Marion. Had a raucous crowd there the year before here at Heron. Played a good matchup. Mount Vernon won. So, again, this is one of those deals where Darren Lee and Doug Creel will match wits once again. They were actually on the floor running through something together, if you can believe this. They were out on the floor talking about how to attack and how to do different things in certain situations on one end of the floor when Coach Lee got here. So they'll go at it again, match wits. Whenever Collinsville gets here, I'm sure that's where Collinsville's at right now, to go through the same warm-up, get here, change, walk out on the floor under 20 minutes to go. So an interesting matchup of two teams that will go their separate ways and won't see each other the rest of the year.
Well, and I bring up Braden Fitzgerald especially because it was here 2 years ago. He knocked down a big three at the buzzer to give the Rams the tournament title yet again. The year prior to that, he had taken the shot. Unfortunately, then it did not go in at Marion High School at Cuss Wilson Gym. A year later, he gets a second chance. Here we are, 2 years removed from that. He has a different supporting cast, obviously, one that we're going to talk a little bit more about because, well, we have the time to do it. Malcolm Ruff, with his game on, well, last night with his 13 points, might have also put himself into all tournament discussions.
Yeah, and hearing the names, when you sit around, you obviously in the delay, a lot of things going on. So you hear a lot of stuff and you go, okay, and you hear some talk. And Malcolm Ruff quietly in 2 games and moved up the list of people that can get some stuff done and get some all tournament consideration. With 4 teams and 8 spots, if we have seen here on the ballot, there's not a lot of room for people to just get close or somehow get near it. You got to be actually on it, obviously. Not a lot of spots with 4 teams. You're probably going to get 2 from each team. So we'll see who all gets in. But right now, Braden Fitzgerald's and Malcolm Ruff are in the lead as far as getting on the all tournament team from Mount Vernon is concerned.
I would think so. And then when you look at the rest of this Ram team and you look at the differences from Wednesday until last night, obviously for much of the rest of the team, some struggles. For the Rams, Braden Fitzgerald, as we told you, had most of the scoring load. They tried to force other members of the team to step up. Unfortunately, on Wednesday night, that did not appear to be the case. But last night, so many guys came out, I thought, played, obviously, in such a limited sample size, their best minutes of the season. Royale Nesbitt, I thought, played some quality minutes last night for Doug Creel. Walker Brockhouse came in JV action late, as we call it, before their JV game. I thought he looked good at that time. I thought all the guys off the bench. I thought Andrew Ashby looked good late. Zach Williams looked good late. This might be some of the limited time we get to talk about these guys in this part of the season. So, obviously, a little bit of future to look forward to, but for the rest of the meat of this team, last night in this matchup against the Heron Tigers, I mean, you look at Royale Nesbitt, I thought Blake Jones, though it may not show in the scoring column, I thought he looked good last night handling the basketball, and I thought Quentin Kuyava at times looked pretty good, and Brighton Bowers as well, so there's a lot of hope for this Rams team as they get more season throughout the season.
First JV game was last night in Auxiliary Gym after we left. The 8 o'clock game was a JV contest, so the Rams will have one in before they go to Cahokia next week. And I think as this season goes along, other than 2 or 3, 4 players, I think it's an open audition. And I think you're going to see some auditions for different jobs, different roles, different spots in games, different combinations from now, probably through the Centralia Holiday Tournament. Mount Vernon gets back into that thing. And then you might see Doug Creel start crafting his 7, 8, 9 guy rotation down to what he wants. But I think it's an open application process for anybody getting to and from wherever as far as playing time is concerned.
Well, and certainly no doubt about that. And thinking about this team and thinking about the future, you come out of this tournament, boom, you're already in conference season on Friday night, and conference. There's games on Fridays and Saturdays so many times in December before heading into the Centralia Holiday Tournament later in the month of December after the Christmas holiday. So really not a lot of time to think about it. You have to go right from this tournament and into South 7 play.
And the schedule is not easy for the Rams. I mean, you go to Cahokia next weekend on Friday, and then after that you have Marion at home on the 11th. You go to Rantoul on the 12th. You come back on the 18th, and you have, I think, Harbondale of some sort, and that's a tough matchup right now. And then you got to go on the road on the 19th to Waterloo, and then go to the CHT, and then you come back and you go back to Centralia on January 8th on a Friday night for a conference game. So there's not a lot of gimmies on the schedule, and you have a lot of back-to-backs on Fridays, Saturdays with the Effingham game on January 12th on a Tuesday. You have a lot of back-to-backs, and this Rams team does not have an easy schedule and shouldn't in 3A. If you're 3A, you need to be playing 3A, 4A schools. And for the Rams, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be on-the-job training, throwing kids into the fire early, and often to see what mettle they have as you head into the rest of the season.
We see the bulk of the Collinsville Kahoks taking the floor, at least if you're watching us on WMIXsports.com. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We need to sneak out for a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this matchup. We'll talk a little bit about the Kahoks tonight. Landers Collision Center's Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. We'll take a break. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, I'm Bria Ashley with Community First Bank. Working together to make your switch to CSB easy and stress-free is just one of the many ways we can help you out. From switching direct deposits, automatic payments, or recurring transfers, to enrolling in convenient services such as mobile and online banking, we're here to make the switch to Community First quick and easy. We can even print your debit card immediately to ensure access to your account on the same day. Stop in and let one of our friendly bankers work with you to ensure the transition is smooth. Stop by one of our 5 locations today and let us welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Bad weather will be here before you know it. Is your vehicle going to get you through? At Second Chance Auto, they have the quality vehicle you're looking for, probably priced under $10,000. And what other buy here, pay here dealer can save you up to thousands by offering bank rate financing? Second Chance Auto has been helping people just like you for over 35 years. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals from honest people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Or call Jimmy and the fine folks at
Bank for advertising bucks. Consider screen-printed T-shirts from Winning Edge. Typically, people hang on to their T-shirts for over 2 years, so you won't believe the number of opportunities your shirts will have to be seen. Winning Edge can set you up with affordable, attractive T-shirts that will leave a lasting impression for the years ahead. Find out just how affordable it is for such a long-lasting brand promotion with screen-printed shirts. Winning Edge at 212 South 9th Street in downtown Mount Vernon and worldwide at winningedgeusa.com.
When it comes to orthopedics, you want personal care that gets you back in action. And now you have a center of excellence close to home. Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers convenient access to leading-edge orthopedics, providing the latest in surgical and non-invasive care, as well as the most advanced imaging services for orthopedic conditions of all kinds. We also specialize in providing total joint replacement, spine surgery, sports medicine, and offer an on-site physical rehabilitation center. Get back in action with Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Visit online at orthocenter-si.com or call 242-3778.
streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
WMIX-FM, WMIXsports.com. Here we are. Glad to be here with you from Heron, of course, is our extended call. Landers call 1-888-1-888-Landers. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo, talking about the Collinsville Kahoks now in this matchup between the Mount Vernon Rams. Delayed start time if you're just joining us. We'll get started closer to 6:40. But you look at the Collinsville Kahoks every year, Danny, and you're like, well, they have the coaching. But I think what is the most strenuous part for Collinsville is being a Class 4A team and being in the Southwestern Conference. Darren Lee does a great job and has done a great job at Nashville and now at Collinsville. But when you look at their schedule, Southwestern Conference night in and night out, it's not an easy job.
Play teams the likes of Edwardsville, East St. Louis, Belleville East, Belleville West, Granite City, O'Fallon, etc., etc. And you play that schedule, and then when you get into postseason, because they're the only 4A team south of Champaign, Bloomington area, you end up playing each other in regional format, and then you're going to end up playing each other first round, the sectional, somewhere in a neutral site in that area, in the Metro East. Then in the sectional final, you're going to Pekin or Peoria to battle a team there before you go to Bloomington for the super sectional. That's how it is, and if you can't do much in the regular season in the first 10 or 12 games, conference-wise, then you got to turn around and you got to do it in postseason sometimes. Sometimes crazy upsets happen. We've seen that in the past where these teams play each other so many times that something crazy happens. But for Collinsville, when you look at this group and you think of the Edwardsvilles, the East St. Louis's, and everything else, O'Fallon's, you're thinking, wow, this does not look like a 4A team, but they're the team that's going to have to go out there and try to get something done in that always tough Southwestern Conference.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Southwestern Conference and the crazy things that can't happen. It's actually having a conversation about some of the late 90s era teams, and John Harrison, the talk of going to SIUE, and his Edwardsville days had come up, and some of the crazy sectional games that had happened there, one with Alton and Edwardsville that went multiple overtimes. We talked about how just some of those teams, and just night in, night out in the Southwestern Conference, anything can happen. But you factor in that postseason, in a sectional, you're likely to see a Quincy, and you're likely to see some of these teams where maybe you even have to travel to far and distant places to get your postseason game in. Whereas before, I think what's kind of hurt teams like Collinsville is you no longer can go that simplistic, and it wasn't simple as an easy, but just the double-A route where you knew where you're going to get in the South year in and year out, and you might see a Mount Vernon in the postseason, or you might see some of these teams, but now not the case, and with the travel involved, it's certainly not easy for Collinsville.
You see it, and again, back in the day when Richard Keene was up and down the floor, Virgil Fletcher was doing things earlier as well. Collinsville made it to the Super in '84, made it to the Super with Richard Keene and everything else, and you'd run into a Benton back in '84, you'd run into a South 7 or a Mississippi Valley or whatever. Well, now that's not the case, and I think when you look at Jobs being a 4A boys coach in Southern Illinois in that conference, you have to win your conference twice. You got to win it in the regular season, and then you got to win it in postseason because you have to battle through all the teams and all this stuff to get through wherever, and that's what faces the Southwestern Conference. They break up and go to different tournaments. We'll see O'Fallon at the Centralia Holiday Tournament. Edwardsville's tonight down double digits to Althoff at Waterloo. So you have all that to consider, but eventually in the Southwestern Conference you have to win twice, win the regular season to get a good seed, and you got to win in the postseason because that's the way you advance.
Well, whereas the Rams will have a conference game on Friday night right out of the tournament, so will the Collinsville Kahoks. They will actually travel to Edwardsville to take on the Tigers. That'll be a dandy. The Rams game on Friday will be a dandy. We'll talk more about all of it coming up on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. First to break. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hey, Chris Raby, can you believe that baseball season is still going on? Although we're not playing on the field, Mike Claiborne, it seems like around the St. Louis Cardinals, there's never an end to the season. Once the playoffs end, the hot stove heats up. We've got a lot of things to talk about when you think about the off-season rules, free agency. Can't wait to hear about the crews and the numbers that you put up down at fantasy camp. So catch us all off-season on the St. Louis Cardinals Hot Stove League Show, presented by Amarin, right here on the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network.
94.1 WMIX.
Taking a look at your next bad weather forecast, a chance of rain tonight and into your overnight hours with a low around 39. A chance of rain continues tomorrow with a high near 47. A chance of rain again tomorrow night, but otherwise cloudy with a low around 38 degrees. Rain continues in the forecast Monday and into Tuesday before clearing off on Wednesday. That's a look at your next bad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Ford Watson offers 2 convenient locations to serve you here in Mount Vernon. Our locally owned Health Mart Pharmacy at 3401 Broadway provides dedicated and specialized pharmacy services, including flu vaccines, a convenient drive-thru, online refill services, and a mobile app. At Bird Watson Drug, we take the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer questions you may have. At 1200 Main Street, our medical equipment store has a large selection of lift chairs, scooters, and other mobility equipment to meet your needs. Come in and check out our large selection of scrubs, including Wonder Wings, Carhartt, Grey's Anatomy, Certainty, Cherokee, and much more. The extremely comfortable clogs are great for people who are on their feet all day, and made here in America. Bird Watson also has a large selection of compression stockings in a variety of colors and patterns. Stop by Bird Watson Pharmacy at 3401 Broadway or our medical equipment and scrubs location at 1200 Main Street. Bird Watson, specializing in expanding to provide patients and medical professionals with specialized service and expanded product offerings.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
WMIX FM, video worldwide at WMIXsports.com on your Saturday night. Probably about 10 minutes or so before we get started with this one as your Landers Collision Center's pregame show continues. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. For many a year, this has been the championship game of this tournament, whether it be de facto or whether it be on the final night. And tonight, the Rams have these Collinsville Kahoks. They are 2-0. The Rams are 1-1. And a win tonight, if Marion would win, as we would assume, against the Heron Tigers later tonight, would forge a 3-way tie with 2-1 teams. But the Rams have a lot of work to do if they're going to be a part of that action.
A little bit of work. Beat a very good Collinsville team. This team is guard-oriented, and they can shoot the threes. If you let them catch and shoot deep, they're going to knock it down. And Mount Vernon can't just get a hand up and wave. They got to get up in and take care of business defensively in order to keep shots from going in and taking whatever else.
Well, and that's the thing, is I think we've seen a Ram team susceptible to the big shot thus far this year. And I mean, we've seen it in boys and girls basketball to this point early in this first 2 weeks of the season. just not getting a hand in the face or just not getting a body in place to be able to contest a shot. And I think that's going to victimize many teams as we get deeper. Going to be up to the teams who can play better defense and learn from it when they go along. But I think the thing is going to be finding out how resilient this team is when they start to focus. Defenses start to focus on Braden Fitzgerald a little bit more than they have, and Shane Hawkins and the Marion Wildcats certainly did that on Wednesday night, but more and more teams are going to do that, and we're going to see just how resilient the rest of the Rams are.
And you're going to see how this works, and you're going to see from here on out, the road in the South 7 is paved with gigantic Grand Canyons. It's not holes, it's Grand Canyons. And when you're having to face the likes of Althoff, Centralia, a Carbondale team winning the Waterloo tournament, Centralia's going to win their own tournament tonight. Althoff is over there as well. Obviously, state ranked, second place, everybody back. It's one of those deals where when you look at that situation, and then you got a Marion team that already owns a win over you, and then a Cahokia team that's always going to be good. The South 7 Conference, 10 games you have to go through is never going to be easy. And, of course, that's what's going to happen and what's going to go on.
Well, we always do our best with content here on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. I think we're well overdue for a Bird Watson scoreboard.
Well, 5A today in football. Nazareth Academy beat the Southern representative Lincoln Way West 42-21. Class 6A, Lombard Montini wins again. Imagine that. Beat Crete Monet 38-15. And just finished, Glenbard West beat Libertyville 35-28. Boys basketball scores from today at Kaskaskia in Carlisle as Oakville over North Clay 72-31. At Christopher, Thompsonville beat Egyptian 51-24, and Cobden beat ZR 64-57. At the Capital Classic for 7th place, Fairfield loses to Red Hill 57-46. At Crab Orchard today, all games final. Tournament is complete. Polk County loses to Dongola 54-43. Crab Orchard beat Joppa 67-45, and Alvarado beat Hardin County 75-50. At St. Anthony in 7th place, St. Anthony beats Robinson 60-50. First one of the finals of Centralia today, Belleville East beat Jersey 70-43. At Murfreesboro, Harrisburg beat St. Louis Confluence 64-52, and Sumner out of St. Louis lost to Carterville 53-28. At Grayville today, it was Edwards County over Gallatin County 67-40, and NCOE beat Grayville in the championship game 74-71. At Waterloo today, Carbondale beat Waterloo 73-56. Highland beat O'Fallon 60-59. Lady Rams were in action today. They have 1-1, beat Freeburg 59-39. They're playing right now on the AM side against Oakville as we wait for a final on that one, which should be any moment.
We're working on it, certainly. Bird Watson Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, 3401 Broadway. Download their new mobile app from the App Store or Google Play. You can refill your prescription right from your smartphone and even set reminders for your medications. And that was an extended scoreboard. We'll have a full scoreboard later tonight at WMIXsports.com with those tournaments that Danny was talking about, plus many more, especially the action here. Following this match will be the Heron Tigers and the Marion Wildcats, and that's really the game that many that attend this tournament wait for, especially the Heron natives, the Marion natives, the two hosts of this tournament that rotate each year, and a nice rivalry. No longer play on the football field, but still see each other across multiple sports, and this one no different here tonight.
No different. Big rivalry. It doesn't matter what they play. They will be competitive, and they will get after each other, and that should be no different tonight here a little after 8 when both these teams get together again. I think you'll see more of this in basketball in the future, being that these two teams are now in 3A. Secondly, I think that, down the line, maybe Heron needs to look at things and see which way they want to go and do what they want to do. And for that matchup, it's interesting. There'll be a crowd here tonight because it doesn't matter how good or how bad either team is. Both teams want to win bad.
Just saying that the Lady Rams lost 50-46 to Oakville. So Oakville finishes in 5th place. Lady Rams will finish their Whirlwind Nashville Girls Invitational with a 2-2 record. They'll have Cahokia at home on Monday night, a game we'll have for you here on 94.1 FM and video at WMIXsports.com. We still have your Ford Square King City Chrysler starting lineups to come on this Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS, and guess what? After about a 30-minute pregame show that was unexpected, we will have high school basketball finally tipping off in just a matter of moments. We appreciate all of you who have stuck with us here tonight on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, and they look as if they're going to go ahead and get to the lineups
I would
first.
say yes, and that's going to be a problem because we're going to have to do some guessing because I think the anthem will be before the Marion Heron game.
So we'll go ahead and take a break. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
A new occupational certificate is flying into Red Lake College in spring 2016. Learn to operate unmanned aircraft systems, better known as drones. Learn the next big thing in technology in as little as one semester. Classes conveniently held in the evenings. Drones are useful in many careers. Videographers can capture footage from the air. Farmers can check crops with precision. Investigators can examine crime scenes or assist with search and rescue. And the possibilities go on and on. Learn more at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts
When it comes to banking, Banterra is the change you want to make. I'm Jeff Speed, Market Executive for Banterra, and you should know that our top priority is personal service. It's why Banterra is the region's largest locally owned community bank. We offer convenient online and mobile banking, mobile check deposit, online mortgage services, and have over 25 Southern Illinois branches to serve you. Banterra Bank, proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Fall is here and harvest time is approaching. What does this mean for you? Deer are running more frequently now. I hope we don't have to meet in the near future because of these creatures. But in the unfortunate chance you do find Mother Nature dancing onto your hood, you can be confident that Landers will be here to tend to you and your ride. And, as our specialty and main focus is collision repair alone, no one is more qualified to restore your vehicle back to its previous condition or better, and in the process, helping to retain its resale value. We've never been more committed to giving you the best service available. Every day we continue to set the standards for quality collision repair. Whether it's Murray the Deer in his bright orange hunter's vest or a herd of his friends vandalizing your ride, give us a chance to show you what we can do for you. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com. The Mount Vernon Rams in their finale from the Pyramid Plus tournament here tonight on your Saturday Memorial Gymnasium. We need to get to know the Ford Square King City Chrysler starting lineups. Just met them on the floor a moment ago. I'll let DC pick the order in which we learn the starters.
Collinsville will start off with number 4, Tommy Maiden, number 12, Zach Flora, number 24, Ronnie Midget, number 33, Chandler Beanie, and number 35, LaRon Johnson for Darren Lee's Collinsville Kahoks.
King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. Schedule your service appointment online at KingCityChryslerCenter.com. Let's meet the home team, the Mount Vernon Rams.
Rams going with the same one as they did last night. 00 Royale Nesbitt, number 2 Blake Jones, number 4 Braden Fitzgerald, number 5 Malcolm Ruff, and number 32 Brighton Bowers for Doug Creel's Mount Vernon Rams.
Finally getting underway with high school basketball after the Collinsville charter broke down. It'll be Malcolm Ruff for the Rams as they go left to right in their home whites. Say that 3 times fast, with orange trim down the sides, orange numerics trimmed in black, while the Kahoks in their away purple with white trim. It'll be Chandler Beanie in the circle. Tip will be controlled in the backcourt by the Rams, again left to right. They will scoot here in the first half. Fits across the timeline, right of the circle, throws off to Jones on the right sideline with the left-hand dribble, switches back right now, tries to attack on a dribble drive, has to back it out and looks for Bowers. He saves a turnover, actually. Dribbles into the right wing. Looks for Nesbitt inside, instead goes Ruff. Back outside to Brighton Bowers. Lost it. Somehow recovers. Gets the dribble back. Goes up. Ooh, almost something out of nothing. Instead, the shot's no good. In the post, it'll go to Maiden on the rebound. Brought up by Midget. Up ahead, Beanie. Left-hand dribble. Backs out in the corner. Now reverses it around. It will be to Zach Flora. Looks now to the left wing for Johnson. About 22 feet from the basket. It'll reverse around to the right sideline. Beanie gets it back all the way around to Maiden. Thought about the 3. Pulls it back short corner for Johnson. 7:08 to go in the first. Johnson will pull up from 15. No good. Fitzgerald's the rebound. Braden into the front court. 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. No score yet. The Rams and the Kahoks. That was tipped into the backcourt. Fitz recovers. Goes off to the left side now for Jones. Jones goes back to Bowers, who will lob it ahead. Blake looking underneath. Royale. Roy uses the body. Left hand, no good. Ruff the rebound. The putback, yes.
Cleaning up messes. Mr. Ruff has earned his way on the all-tournament team in my book for things like that this week.
He'll get my vote if I have a vote. 6:30 to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Rams on top. Midget, 3 on the way for the lead. No good. Rattles off. And it'll be tipped out of bounds by Nesbitt. It should be Collinsville basketball. Community First Bank of the Heartland, Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Your bank, reminding you, if your bank has changed names again, remember, it's not you, it's them. Community First Bank, a stable bank you can trust, serving Jefferson County since 1906. Collinsville look for the lob play to Flora in the post. They throw it away. Rams will go the other way with it. Marching on is Braden Fitzgerald to the top for Bowers. Now Blake Jones on the left wing with 6:09 left. Rams a 2-0 lead. Fitz out of the left corner, trying to dribble baseline, shut off a triple team now. Has to come all the way out around the perimeter. Brighton Bowers, deep right wing, 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Trying to throw inside, Ruff, he'll save it to Bowers. Wide open, Jones a tray, no. Ruff the putback, yes. Another offensive rebound for Malcolm Ruff, 4 points on the night on second chances.
Dominating right now on the glass.
Watching online, courtesy of Ridley College, log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your collegiate education. Nice runner there, trying to go over the top of the defense. That was Tommy Maiden. Rebound will be tipped to Fitz into the front court. He'll launch a 25-footer. No. Almost went over the backboard, and we'll have a foul on the rebound. Looks like it'll go against Roy Nesbitt. That'd be the early indication.
Reaching. Too much grabbing into the cookie jar.
It'll be against Roy with 5:23 to go here in the first quarter. 4-0 Rams on top of Collinsville. Here in the early going, it'll be Midget across the timeline, right-hand dribble. Between the legs as he goes to the left wing. Trying to split the defense. Nice layup.
Going to be a handful. Got to keep it in front of you.
So it's 4-2 as Collinsville cuts it in half. Fitzgerald's between the circles. Throws over to the right side for Jones, looking in. Blake with the basketball against Midget in this matchup. He will pull up at the elbow, throw outside. From the wing, dribbling in. Bowers loses it, but gets it to Nesbitt. Iron kind for Roy, and it's 6-2 Mount Vernon.
You're going to turn right shoulder to left-hand jump hook. That's going to be almost impossible to stop with his height.
4:44 to go in the opener. Pyramid Plus tournament, 2-0 Collinsville, 1-1 Mount Vernon. Glad to be with you tonight. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski in the first quarter. 4:36 left. 3 on the way. Midget left it short. Rebound. No pun intended. Will go to Blake Jones. He'll do a nice jump stop. His layup is no good. Rebound to Zach Flora, and here come the Kahoks. Beanie with the left side to the left wing Midget. Now to Flora. He wants a three to bring him within one. It's no good. Nesbitt will tip the rebound. Jones will come away with it in the corner, and here come the Rams. A nice Mount Vernon contingent on hand here tonight in an otherwise somewhat empty gymnasium. One of the better facilities in Southern Illinois, in my opinion. Memorial Gym here on the campus of Heron High School. 3:58 left in the first. Right side, it's Fitz. No points yet tonight. Averaging 30 on the season. He'll try to dribble in off a curl. Tried to throw it out of bounds off a defender. Not going to happen. Midget from Flora. Comes up the left side. Length of the floor layup is good.
Quick. Collinsville on the back tack. Got it down the floor quickly after the turnover.
They cut it to 2 again. 6-4. Right wing, it's Fitz with a left-hand dribble. Off the left sideline, that's Bowers. Up top to Jones. Fitz left open for a three, right wing. No. Nesbitt the rebound. Tried to get it away, does. Bowers will have it tipped away. Gets it to the left wing for Jones. Off a screen to Bowers on the left wing with 3:17 to go. Now a three for Blake is good. BJ comes up big, and it's 9-4.
Yeah, and Mount Vernon needs that scoring from other sources.
Speaking of, Chandler Beanie will check in. He nails a deuce, and it's back to a possession game.
Teams all week this week take advantage of Mount Vernon makes and misses to get back and score quickly after a made or miss for Mount Vernon.
That was a nice mid-range jumper for Beanie. 2:50 to go in the first. We'll look for Tony Wilt, State Farm Stars of the game tonight. Tony would love to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Find them online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Around the horn and around the world, left corner three is good from Brighton Bowers.
Good start for the Rams. Offense from sources inside, outside, and it's clicking with an early lead.
They are doubling up. Collinsville 12-6. 2:27 left in the first. Flora with it off the left wing. Between the circles now for for Johnson. Now a three on the way up top is good. They tempted Tommy Maiden. He knocks it down, and it's back to a possession game again, 12-9.
Catch and shoot. That's what his game is, and right there he did exactly that.
Off of the right wing. That is Bowers. Floats one over the sideline. Jones tried to find Royale Nesbitt underneath, but it was tipped out by Flora. It'll remain with the Rams. 2:01 to go in the first. Still a 12-9 Ram lead. Looking to add some more offense here as Quentin Quiaba will check in, so will Dylan Yules. Left of the bucket near the corner off of the baseline into Bowers. Q wide open for a right wing three. It's no good. Rebound will go to Midget. He'll race down length of the floor and lean into the defender. It'll be a blocking foul, but the shot was no good, so to the line to shoot two. Ronnie Midget looking for points 5 and 6.
Transition, not good for Mount Vernon this week. Something that needs to be worked on.
I believe the Rams are at Cahokia on Friday. I have to double check my schedule. That is right, I'm being told. 1:53 left to go in the first quarter. The producer says yes. First free throw, no good. Midget will have another. Bird Watson powers our scoreboard updates. In fact, we told you a moment ago the Lady Rams fell in their 5th place game tonight against Oakville, 50-46. So Midget will make 1 of 2. It'll be a 2-point game now, 12-10. Rams hanging on to a 2-point lead. Inbound pass into Quentin Quiava. 1:48 left to go in the first. Deep left wing for Bowers. Coming out of the corner with Fitzgerald racing to the basketball. Now he'll look for Bowers at the left corner near the timeline. Skip pass, wide open Quiava looking for Ruff. Ruff will have to come out of the paint. Backdoor play. It'll be a nice spin move, Dylan Ools, and he'll come up with 2 more.
Little up fake. Quickly Collinsville back.
Midget with a layup. No. Rebound. They'll fight for it. It'll be tipped around. Now Midget will get it back off the tip. 3 on the way. Yes. That'll quiet a crowd.
Well, quickly. That's how the Collinsville likes to get back and are within 1, even though the Rams have played well.
Left corner, it's Brighton Bowers. Head fake as he heads for the basket. His floater's no good. Rebound to Midget at the back door. Collinsville will look for the lead here, down 1, 14-13. 3 is en route. It's good. Collinsville on top.
Catch and shoot. Maiden is allowed to go over there, plant, catch, and fire. And unfortunately for them, Mount Vernon, they haven't figured that out here tonight yet.
16-14 ball game. 2-point lead for the Kahoks. 40 seconds left. Rams with the basketball into the front court. Quiava with it at the circle. Looks left, will go that way in front of the Collinsville bench on the sideline. That's Brighton Bowers. 30 seconds left in the opening quarter. 2-point deficit after a nice lead for the Rams. It is the first time that Collinsville has led tonight. And now the Rams almost throw it away. Good save by Bowers. Slips a defender, 3 on the way, no answer. Rebound will be tipped to the top. Nobody there for the Rams, and coming away with it, Midget. He'll lean in for the layup mid-post. It's good. Have a quarter, Ronnie Midget. It's 18-14. 7 seconds left. Rams with it. It'll be Fitzgerald's. Undoubtedly the last shot. His layup is no good. Tried to go coast to coast. Ruff the put back and 1. Malcolm Ruff cleans up yet another shot. Gets the deuce. Now gets the and 1 opportunity at the free throw line.
6 points on hard work. That's what Malcolm Ruff has done.
He will try to make it a 1-point game with 1.2 seconds left. Collinsville will have the basketball to start the second quarter. 18-16. Ruff having quite the night. That'll be the first foul on Zach Flora. 3-point play is converted, and it's a 1-point game. 18-17. Collinsville on top. 1.2 seconds left. They won't even bother with a shot because they will have the basketball to start quarter number 2. After 1, the Collinsville Kahoks 18, the Mount Vernon Rams 17. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, I'm Bria Ashley with Community First Bank. Working together to make your switch to CSB easy and stress-free is just one of the many ways we can help you out. From switching direct deposits, automatic payments, or recurring transfers, to enrolling in convenient services such as mobile and online banking, we're here to make the switch to Community First quick and easy. We can even print your debit card immediately to assure access to your account on the same day. Stop in and let one of our friendly bankers work with you to ensure the transition is smooth. Stop by one of our 5 locations today and let us welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Hi, Eric Lyday for One Stop Flooring America. It's time to give your home the ultimate comfort makeover it deserves. Start with the Novia Touch Carpet, the naturally soft and stain-resistant carpet, 50% off. Take comfort to the next level with our Tempur-Pedic pads. Then finish off your comfort makeover with 12 months, interest-free financing, all backed by a lifetime installation guarantee. Ultimate comfort for your home starts at One Stop Flooring America, where friends send friends. 318 South 10th Street, Mount Vernon, 242-5712.
Find exclusive audio on SoundCloud. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Collinsville leads at 18-17 as we head to the second quarter. It'll be Kahawk basketball to start. A 1-point game. In the backcourt, it'll go to start things off. Ronnie Midget has 10 points in the first quarter. Pacing this Collinsville offense. Gets it back up top after a touch from Flora, and he has some explosiveness I don't think the Rams have seen yet this season. Chest pass over to the right wing. Now gets it right back from Jerron Williams. Uh-oh, they attempt a three-shot. There it is. Jake Hall nails a tray in his first look of the game. And it's a 4-point game, 21-17.
One thing this Collinsville team can do is they can lock down, shoot some threes. They're getting opportunities here tonight. That's for certain early on.
Quentin Quiaba off at the far sideline. 7:17 to play in the first half. 21-17. Rams down 4. Blake Jones going to try to split the defense, and a nice move as he goes for the J inside the free throw line. Nesbitt to clean it up off the miss. Ruff a third try, yes, and one. Malcolm Ruff, the bright spot in this game thus far, has his fourth second chance, well in this case a third chance, field goal tonight.
The game plan for Collinsville is to make somebody else beat them besides Braden Fitzgerald. The plan is working. The problem is the offensive glass is not kind because they are not getting Mount Vernon off of it early on.
7:03 left in the first half. Ruff, yes. Ruff has 10 of the Rams 20. And it is 21-20 Collinsville on top. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. Find them at Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ida. Floater coming left side. It's no good. What an opportunity by Midget. Flora got the rebound. And after the floor miss, guess who got the Rams rebound? It was Malcolm Ruff. Fits into the front court. And they are all over Braden Fitzgerald. He's going to try, as Danny said, make somebody else beat him. Jones wide open left sideline. BJ will peer in, not much there. Quiaba will come up top for some help. He'll get it left of the circle with 6:30 to play. First half action from Heron, and there is Royale Nesbitt. Nesbitt got the feed off of the left block, turned around and puts the Rams back on top, 22-21.
Well, Collinsville sold out. Braden Fitzgerald won't beat us. Somebody else try. And right now Collinsville's playing him close to this point.
Jake Hall with it, had a big three a moment ago. Now Midget has a big tray of his own.
Hey, you're going to stand back and you're going to dare Collinsville. They're going to dot the I a lot more times they are miss.
Jayhawks back on top, 24-22, 5:58 left to go in the opening half. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Audrey Southard back at the Mountford studio. Jeff Crow with us in the mobile studios is off in the right corner. A three try on the way, not going to matter. We have some contact on the floor in the paint when Jones had the basketball before he dished off. And let's see, should
fouls
be
on
side out of bounds.
Maiden. That's his first, team's third. And Collinsville's in this box and one. And basically Braden is going off away from the ball, and Mount Vernon is being forced to have somebody else score. And right now Ruff is doing that off putbacks. And we'll see how Mount Vernon does as Nesbitt fires from 15 and misses.
Got his own rebound, this time off his flat feet, puts it up, no good. Not saying he has flat feet, his feet were flat at that time. Midget looks underneath, and we're going to have a blocked shot, but a foul on Malcolm Ruff. Great awareness by LaRon Johnson. He was underneath, waited for the defender to come over the top before putting up the shot. And now Johnson will go to the line to shoot two to try to extend this 2-point Collinsville lead.
You feel like by not looking to scoreboard, you think, yeah, Mount Vernon's in the lead, no problem. But when you look at it after on this timeout, Collinsville's still ahead, so the plan is still kind of working as Braden Fitzgerald's a quiet night, no points, almost a quarter and a half in.
5:34 left to go in the second quarter, 24-22, a 2-point game, Collinsville on top. Timeout on the floor is presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center in Mount Vernon. Free Wi-Fi in their waiting room, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Whew. What a first half we've seen. Actually, fairly well played for both sides. Maybe some defensive mistakes for both teams that have cost them a few point opportunities, but all in all, a good game thus far.
Good game so far. Game plan working for Collinsville. Box and one. Take the ball out of Braden Fitzgerald's hands. They're still leading by 2.
It's become a nice little rivalry in this tournament.
Once a year, it's been a good game. It's one of those games you'd like to see. I know Collinsville used to play Centralia the first game of the year. It might be worth a look if Mount Vernon Collinsville meets up and plays sometime during the year just to get over there and play in that gym as well as the history and tradition of Collinsville's gym as well. That would be nice to have that on the schedule. Hint, hint for anybody listening might be wanting to.
Well, the guy that makes that schedule is coaching this team right now. But maybe somebody else can offer that suggestion as well. 26-22 the score. 5:34 to go in the first half. Collinsville, I believe, was in the inaugural Centralia Thanksgiving Classic and then came down here after many a year in the Crimson Classic at Jacksonville. From the left side, here we go. The right wing from Cuiava to Fitz. He'll drive. Finally, Fitz able to get an inside look, although he had to force it.
Impossible shot that goes in. Not high percentage for other people. For Braden, it is high percentage.
It is 26-24. Collinsville on top. Fitz gets his first points of the night. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Long three on the way by Tommy Maiden.
Might have to get out and guard him.
He has 9 of the 29, and the Kahoks are up 5 with 4:50 to play in this first half. Jones across the timeline. Right-hand dribble switches back left, looking to the sideline for Cuiava with 4:42 to play in this first half. Video online at WMIXsports.com, presented by Red Lake College. See which of their more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Maybe this play down on the post is right for Nesbitt. Nope. Blocked out of bounds. Good effort by Roy off of the left block. For the Rams, as some starters return, it's Brighton Bowers, Blake Jones, Braden Fitzgerald, Malcolm Ruff, and Roy L. Nesbitt. Looking inside, trying to force feed Nesbitt. He'll give it right back to Bowers. Now up top, it's Blake Jones with 4:29 left in the quarter. Down 5, short corner. This is Ruff. Malcolm's having a great night. Great tournament. He'll lean in on the defender, get to the basket, creates his own opportunity. He has 12, and it's 29-26. Hello, Malcolm Ruff. Out of the far corner. That was Sam Webb. They'll reverse it around the perimeter. Will Beanie get a touch to make it go around the world? Let's see. Nope, Midget will back it out to the timeline, walk it to the circle with 3:59 left to go in the second. 29-26 Collinsville. Left wing, this is Webb. Looks up top, Midget. Uh-oh, Maiden a long three again. Nope, this time the hot hand cools a bit. 3:49 left on the defensive rebound. It's Blake Jones, and here come the Rams. They turn it over as soon as they get in the front court. Midget, a layup, he's fouled. No continuation, it's on the floor.
Yep, maybe on the floor. He ran into Jones early.
Goal number 2, Blake Jones, his first personal, 14th foul.
14th foul on the Rams, that's Blake's first. Zach Floor returns to the lineup for the Kahoks. In fact, he'll find the basketball on the inbound. Gives it to Midget. Midget able to set up Maiden out of the left corner. 3 on the way is no good. Fitzgerald will get the rebound. It'll be 2 on 3. Numbers will not catch up. Fitch goes to the basket. He'll draw the foul on Midget. And Braden will go to the line to shoot 2. And a foul is called.
Little one-on-one battle that time as Braden goes down the floor and gets into the body of Midget on the drives. And then after he gets into the body of the defender, draws him in, throws up the shot on the whistle, and gets to go to the line to shoot 2.
First free throw good for Fitz. 2-point game, 29-27. He has another.
I think if you're Collinsville, you're feeling okay, but you got to hope that Braden stays contained if you want a chance to win this one. And there he has 4 points now, just like that. And Mount Vernon's back to within 1, even though the Collinsville game plan working pretty well.
It is. He has 4 on the night. It's 29-28. K-Hawks up 1 with 3:21 left in the half. Webb open on the outside. He'll try to dribble in, shut off by Bowers. Back to the top for Midget. Right-hand dribble inside. Floater's good.
Can't defend it. Cannot defend that shot. Good defense, better offense.
Winning Edge, one of our great booster sponsors on Mount Vernon Rams Athletics. They can customize any T-shirt for your needs. Tens, hundreds, even thousands. WinningEdgeUSA.com. Or head to 212 South 9th in Mount Vernon. Or give them a call. Find them on Facebook. Out of the corner, Fitz a 3 to tie, and 1. Nails the tray out of the left corner and now goes to the line for the lead on the foul.
First 3. Beanie was in the neighborhood. Fitz was able to get touch. Shot it, followed through, came down, and then drew a foul on the defender. And this game is tied with Fitz at the line trying to make it a 1-point Mount Vernon lead. Crafty is Mr. Fitzgerald's at times.
Makes it. Another Fitz 4-point play. Should be a sponsor for that. Happens all so often. 2:45 left in the half, 32-31. Rams back on top for now. Hello, Sam Webb. 3 from the outside, 34-32.
Catch and shoot. Don't let Collinsville do this for anybody playing them the rest of the year.
They've taken advantage. 2:32 left. Blake Jones open on the outside. Goes back to Bowers up top. Thought about it. Took a step in. Throws it outside. Blake feeds Roy. Roy on the outside ties it up.
Not much you can do when a guy like that gets it in on the post that close. That's way too easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
3 from Webb. Short that time from the left arc. That's his setup spot. Rams with the rebound into the front court. Braden Fitzgerald's with the basketball. 1-on-1 right now against Beanie. Going to try to race him to the top. Throws off to the sideline. Blake. Nice pass. Crisp pass to Ruff. Gets it back to Blake up top. Bowers wants it left wing. Trying to drive. Throws up a shot. Trying to get the foul, I think. Almost had the rebound. Midget will beat him to it. He'll go 1-on-1 with Jones off glass and no good. Rare miss. Midget got his own rebound though. Heads to the left corner. Will reset. Maiden thought about the right wing bomb. Now a cross court pass to Midget. His 3 is good.
Woo! Don't guard him. Hey, there goes #1 draft pick.
Yeah, it's on the Saturday Sports Show this morning.
Yeah.
Nobody really worried about that bad wheel.
Yeah.
They'll take the outside shot. Fitz will take one here too, and it's good. If the Midget Fitzgerald show breaks out, it could be on.
Be fun to watch here.
1:14 to go in this first half. Tied at 37, the Rams in Collinsville. Red Lake College powers our video. Sam Webb powered that 3 attempt. It's no good. Rebound will be tipped outside. It'll be finally controlled. Is it Plinko's? No, it won't. Still fighting for it. Ruff comes up with it. He'll be attacked from behind. Tipped away to Nesbitt with 54 seconds left. Tied at 37 in the first half. Behind the back dribble by Fitz. 3 up top. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Fitzgerald's
12.
11 in the quarter.
12. And that's a crazy, crazy quarter as Fitzgerald has gone off. Long range.
Maiden has another answer. Tied at 40.
Maybe the best high school shooting in one game we've seen in a very long time between two teams.
They are knocking them down at will right now with 24 seconds left in the half, tied at 40. Fitz throws off to the left sideline for Jones, who goes to the right wing for Bowers with 17 seconds. 40 all. We'll look for a Tony Wilt State Farm player of the game. Right now we have multiple contenders. Tony Wilt, find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep. Fitz on the deep right wing with 6 seconds, tied at 40.
Oh.
He'll pop from there. Just misses, just short from about 30. And just like that, time will expire after the Collinsville rebound. Wow, it is halftime from Heron at the Pyramid Plus finale for the Vernon Rams and Collinsville Kahoks, tied at 40. We'll come back with our second chance auto halftime show. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Taking a look at your next bad weather forecast, a chance of rain tonight and into your overnight hours with the low line. A chance of rain continues tomorrow with a high near 47. A chance of rain again tomorrow night, but otherwise cloudy with a low around 38 degrees. Rain continues in the forecast Monday and into Tuesday before clearing off on Wednesday. That's a look at your next bad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Come on, Colin. Cowherd. Michael Vick is no longer electric. No juice left. Situationally, Pittsburgh remains an average football team. Last 9 games for the Patriots, 4 points or less, they're 8-1. Last 8 games for the Steelers, 4 points or less, they're 3-5. I don't love their play calling. I don't like them situationally, and Michael Vick has no juice left.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Get in The Herd, weekdays at 11. Now on 1300, The Fan.
With the housing market picking up and rates still low, now is the perfect time to purchase the home of your dreams. Hi, this is Joy Strader, mortgage specialist from People's National Bank. People's National Bank has several different programs to choose from to help get you in the home of your dreams. Stop by and see me at 413 South 34th Street, Mount Vernon, Illinois, or apply online at peoplesnationalbank.com.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
Bad weather will be here before you know it. Is your vehicle going to get you through? At Second Chance Auto, they have the quality vehicle you're looking for, probably priced under $10,000. And what other buy here, pay here dealer can save you up to thousands by offering bank rate financing? Second Chance Auto has been helping people just like you for over 35 years. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals from honest people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Or call Jimmy and the fine folks at 244-4582 for your credit approval today. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
Halftime at Heron, the Mount Vernon Rams and Collinsville Kahoks are knotted up at 40. Here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. For over 36 years, you've been able to save hundreds, even thousands on the total cost of your vehicle at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. We'll have halftime stats coming your way in just a moment. We'll catch up on Bird Watson's scoreboard. Also coming up, we need to take a break. We'll come back. It's tied at 40 here at the half in Heron. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. I love this time of year, time that we spend with our family and friends, the lights and decorations, the food, and just the feel of the season. During this season, there are more smiles, more thank yous, and a general feeling of kindness and generosity that is not present as often during the rest of the year. There's a feeling of calm and hope. My Christmas wish for each of you is that you take time to help others and share the blessing of Christmas with others that you meet each day. From all of us at Community First Bank, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The number of uninsured motorists is on the rise. This could be due to higher unemployment, economic downturn, or just carelessness. Hi, I'm Shauna Armstrong with Page Insurance in Mount Vernon. The next time you're at a stoplight, look at 6 vehicles around you. According to the Insurance Research Council, one of those 6 could be driving uninsured. This means responsible drivers like you foot the bill for any injury they cause. What are your auto policy liability limits? Let's go over them together. Come see us at Page Insurance on Crowdview in Mount Vernon or call 242-7000.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
Tied at 40 here at the break, the Mount Vernon Rams and Collinsville Kahoks. It's been a hot shooting affair, especially in the second quarter. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo on your Second Chance Auto halftime show in D.C. Somehow the shooters just got by with 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 in that second quarter. Ends up in a 40-40 deadlock here at the half.
Not a lot of good defense, but and that's the way it happens, and these two teams are shooting lights out because they're getting left open all the time.
Well, I can't even imagine what 3-point totals must be like.
Mount Vernon 2 in 2-point range is 10 for 20. They're 5 for 10 from 3-point range, so 15 for 30 for 50% in the first half. Collinsville is 5 of 13 from 2-point range, 39%. They're 9 of 14 from 3-point range for 64%. Kahoks are 14 of 27 from the field for 52% in the first half. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon 4 out of 5, 80%. Collinsville 3 out of 4, 75%. Rebounding went to Mount Vernon 16 to 11. The turnovers, few. Mount Vernon with 2, Collinsville with 1. The Kahoks are led in scoring by Ronnie Midget with 18 and Tommy Maiden with 12. Jake Hall and Sam Webb have 3. Chandler Beanie 2 and LaRon Johnson has 2. For Mount Vernon, Braden Fitzgerald with a 13-point second quarter gets into the scoring column, actually 14 now on the board, has 14 to lead the way. Malcolm Ruff was 13. And then you go on down to Royale Nesbitt, who has 6. Blake Jones 3, Brighton Bowers 3, and Dylan Ools 2 for a halftime score of Mount Vernon 40, Collinsville 40.
There you have it. Those are your halftime stats on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance Auto for over 36 years has been a great Mount Vernon Rams sponsor. They've been saving you big money by offering great vehicles at a fair price. Pre-owned vehicles, bank rate financing, and honest deals for the fine folks at Second Chance Auto. And 36 years in business, they must be doing something right. We'll do something right when we come back. Get you caught up on the Bird Watson scoreboard. It's 40-40. Mount Vernon and Collinsville all tied up here after 2 quarters. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
When it comes to banking, Banterra is the change you want to make. I'm Jeff Speed, Market Executive for Banterra, and you should know that our top priority is personal service. It's why Banterra is the region's largest locally owned community bank. We offer convenient online and mobile banking, mobile check deposit, online mortgage services, and have over 25 Southern Illinois branches to serve you. Banterra Bank, proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hurry into Ford Square in Mount Vernon before the inventory runs out. Hi, Roy Schmidt with Ford Square. The no-haggle price is now for everyone. Ford is extending pricing typically meant for employees to friends, neighbors, and everyone. Like a 2016 Ford Fusion MSRP of $24,220 will be yours for $19,993. A 2015 Ford Focus MSRP of $19,090 is yours for only $16,744. A Ford F-150 Crew Cab 4x4, list price of $49,725, is yours for $39,075. That's over $10,000 in savings. The all-new 2016 Ford Escape, list price of $25,080, can be sitting in your garage for only $21,799. Don't miss out on these incredible savings during Ford's Friends and Neighbors pricing event, right here at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
A new occupational certificate is flying into Red Lake College in spring 2016. Learn to operate unmanned aircraft systems, better known as drones. Learn the next big in technology in as little as one semester. Classes conveniently held in the evenings. Drones are useful in many careers. Videographers can capture footage from the air. Farmers can check crops with precision. Investigators can examine crime scenes or assist with search and rescue. And the possibilities go on and on. Learn more at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here.
Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com. Here at the half on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Rams and Collinsville tied at 40. We'll take a look at scores from around the area.
5A football, Nazareth Academy beat Lincoln Way West 42-21. 6A, Montini over Crete Monet 38-15. 7A, Glenbard West beat Libertyville 35-28. Altoff beats Edwardsville tonight at Waterloo 67-59. Carbondale beats Waterloo 73-56. And Highland in double over 60-59. Those are all boys' scores. The Lady Rams won against Freeburg 59-39, but finish in 6th place as they lose the 5th place game at Nashville to Oakville 50-46. Lady Rams 2-2 head into Monday night's game with Cahokia. Belleville East beat Jersey earlier today at Centralia 70-43. Oakville beat North Clay at Carlisle 72-31. Waltonville leads Wayne City 33-28 at the end of 3 at Christopher in the 3rd place game. Championship at Grayville goes to NCOE. They beat Grayville 74-71. And at Hamilton County Day girls-wise, Pinckneyville beat Galatia 53-26. Hamilton County over ZR 73-9, and Galatia over ZR 69-16.
And we are tied at 40 here. That was the Bird Watson scoreboard. Bird Watson Pharmacy, 3401 Broadway in Mount Vernon, are proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams, but they're also your headquarters for vaccines. Stop in and get your flu shot, pneumonia, shingles, or Tdap vaccine, 3401 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 40 all as we prepare to start the second half here from Heron High School. Memorial Gymnasium, one of our favorite stops amongst our, well, what'll soon to be annual trips. As long as the Rams have that regular season matchup with the Heron Tigers. Smartly done this year to where the Tigers will come to Chagnon, and then I would obviously in even-numbered years the Rams will hopefully continue to come here, and then come here in odd-numbered years for the Pyramid Plus tournament. Seems like a win-win. Going to start the second half with the basketball. It should be the Mount Vernon Rams, and of course, what other car dealer can save you hundreds, even thousands on the total price for your pre-owned vehicle? Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon can by offering bank rate financing for your next pre-owned purchase. Make it Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. This will be Brighton Bowers to inbound, side of the bounds. They will go right to left. They be in the Rams here in the second half. Home whites, orange trim, orange numerics trimmed in black. The Kahoks are in their away purple with white trim. White numerics also trimmed in black.
Collinsville opens up this quarter. And they make a steal right out of the gate.
Force the turnover, looking for that lead right back. We had hot three-point shooting in that second quarter. Let's see if it continues. Maiden will go to midget left of the circle with 7:40 left in the third quarter, just underway with half number 2 action. Final night at the Pyramid Plus tournament for 2015. Only 4 teams this year. It'll be 6 next year off of ball screen. Midget had it stolen away. Good play by Blake Jones with 7:27 left in the third. Rams will have a chance to get the lead back. Bowers will try to drive. It'll be tipped away. Recovered on the left wing by Jones. Looks to a wide open back door. There is Malcolm Ruff. There is the Ram lead. He has 14, and it's 42-40. Maiden has been left open at times tonight. He's not afraid of the deep three, but he'll throw off to the left wing for Williams. Looks to the top for Johnson. Johnson looks left elbow now for Flora. Flora's going to go to the right wing for Midget. 6:54 left in the third, 42-40. We're just underway pretty well in the second half, but the Rams back on top. Uh-oh. Well, they were until Tommy Maiden was left open again. Right wing three, it's 43-42.
The daring is phenomenal. The daring of just go ahead and shoot it, see what happens, has got to stop because that's what Collinsville is doing the entire evening.
Fitch wants an answer from the right side, no good. Nesbitt skies for the rebound, but can't control it. It'll be tipped to the top. Midget will come away with it. That's not who you want. Well, for Collinsville it is. Uh-oh, Maiden another three, yes. He has 18, all from beyond the arc.
Yep, 6 3-pointers, and he is letting the crowd know as he is warmed up for the evening.
6:10 left in the third. It is 46-42. Well, the bus breakdown appears to not be negatively impacting the hot shooting of the Collinsville Kahoks, that's for sure. Pocket picked. Fitzgerald's able to recover his basketball, though. Looks inside Nesbitt. Good turnaround there by Roy, and he has 8.
Well, Mount Vernon would love to have that. Back him up on the post throw. No, you got to turn around and drop it off the glass.
5:43 left in the third quarter, 46-44. The lead down to 2 for Collinsville. They have a pair of threes here in the second half. Right wing, this is Midget. Wide open, Maiden. Ball screen up top. It's no good, though.
Illegal screen up top.
Yeah.
A lot of movement on that one.
Behind the back dribble for Fitzgerald. Throws off to the sideline. Jones wide open for 3. They'll just miss. Nesbitt gets the rebound. Back into the paint. Big fella trying to use the glass. Shot was misdirected, but he was fouled from behind, so easy to see why. And Roy Nesbitt will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Nesbitt and Ruff right now have kind of been second and third MVPs in a line this week in a row, and Darren Lee wants a timeout. Not happy, even though his team's winning, not happy with the board work for his Kahoks.
Well, timeout on the floor with 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. 46-44 the score. This timeout's presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center in Mount Vernon. Like the Rams, Purcell Tire tries hard to make the play every time. So whether it's service, tires, or your free safety inspection, your vehicle in the hands of a winner. Purcell Tire, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. 2-point ball game. It's been close throughout. The Rams trailed by 1 after leading much of the first quarter, but have battled back and forth with these Kahoks. It was tied at 40 at the half. Now a 2-point lead for Collinsville as they've outscored the Rams in the third quarter 6-4. Nesbitt will be shooting 2 free throws out of the timeout. Here on the left end of the floor, the left court at Memorial Gymnasium at Heron High School.
Nashville beat girls 24-17 at the.
That's interesting.
Waltonville leads Wayne City at the end of 3, 39-32.
Scoreboard updates presented by Bird Watson. Download their free mobile app, Google Play or the App Store. You can refill your prescription right from your phone. Also on your phone on WMIXsports.com, you can be watching Royal Nesbitt drain 2 free throws to tie it at 46 with 5:09 left in the third quarter. Midget across the timeline. Crossover dribble at the circle. Bounce pass to the left elbow. Leaves it for Flora. Flora's going to turn around, go right. Left a layup short, but a foul. Smart move by Zach Flora.
Had his hands up, but his hips were moving into Flora.
Flora will go to the line to shoot 2 to try to unlock this 46-46 tie here in the third quarter.
This Collinsville team can sniper a little bit. Some shots, and this shooting, they've been allowed to catch and shoot and do different things, has kept them in the ball game the entire game, obviously, and they have a 1-point lead. They're not going away. Even when they were able to shut down Braden, they didn't make enough hay to get a big enough lead.
Flora both and extends the lead to 2. 48-46. Rams to the basketball. It's Blake Jones to walk it across the timeline, left side with 4:50 left in the third quarter. Deep right wing. Powers will have some action underneath.
Ruff went down. Williams come across on a screen. He knocked Ruff down. Now let's put it this way, that Ruff really sold that he was knocked down.
His second personal foul, second team foul.
Fitz will inbound left of the bucket. Able to find Jones in the corner. Hands right back off to Fitzgerald, who comes near the volleyball line. Back into the corner for Jones with 4:38 left in the quarter. In and out on a 3-ball. And principle of verticality broken by Nesbitt, his third foul.
Yeah, third in about 10 seconds. Second on the Rams. Got to get in there and box out. Marty Manfredo has got his festive holiday tie on, Snowman. Assistant coach for Marion, also the head baseball coach.
It is that time of the year.
Everybody going to be pulling all that out.
48-46. 2-point game. The Kahoks on top of the basketball. Jones about forced the turnover. It went off of the knee or hip of Maiden out of bounds near the scorer's table. So the Rams get a break here. They force the turnover and a chance to tie or maybe, dare I say, take the lead.
When you don't go to the basketball and you let the ball come to you, a defender can come in like that, steal it and or knock it away. That time Jones knocked it away off the leg of the Collinsville player.
Fitzgerald's with it between the circles. Bounce pass left wing. Bowers gives right back to Fitz. At the volleyball line, working toward the wing, trying to get past Midget. Trying to get a screen up top. Steps back for 3, left wing, no good, off the side. Ruff had the rebound. Ruff comes up with it. He had lost it at first, tried to get it off to a helper. Nobody there. Midget will steal it away into the front court. Now Williams wants a 3 for Collinsville. Right arc. Bounces off the iron, no good. Rebound, they'll fight for it. This one will be a loose ball out of bounds. It's a 50-50 ball, and it goes to the Rams.
Jones hustle right now. Save that play and the play before, but he goes down holding a wrist. You got to hope he's okay. And Jones is in some major pain on the sideline.
Of course, he had hurt his hand last year.
Dislocated finger, told by the weak stomachs across the way.
You can tell by his weak stomach. So
yeah.
Luckily, the right person over there to take care of it, Gary Hammond, athletic trainer of the Orthopedic Center, one of our Rams sponsors. 3:35 to go here in the third quarter, 48-46. Jones out for what we hope will just be a spell. I don't know. Right wing. Now left wing pass, Bowers to Cuyava. 3 is going to be just short. Rebound, though, to Collinsville, who's up to 48-46, 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Right wing Maiden.
You still look up, and it's like Mount Vernon should be ahead by 8 or 10. They're down 2.
Right.
It's the kind of feel this game has.
Good ball movement. Nice handoff there. Now a running jumper is no good. More of a fade jumper from Midget. Put back by Flora. Got the offensive rebound. He has 4 in the quarter, and it's 50-46. Collinsville's up 4. Jones getting ready to check back in. Bowers taking a 3 in the meantime. No good.
Not sure that's a shot Doug Creel wanted by reaction.
2:45 left to go in the third. Rams down 4. Collinsville with the basketball. Midget left of the circle, going to drive toward that left wing, throws off into the corner. Williams wants it back in the hands of Midget, goes that way with 2:33 left in this third. Off a screen to the right wing, up top, Maiden all alone. Gets a screen, steps back, 3 on the way, good.
Dare, you step under the screen and you dare Maiden, and he's got 7 threes. Doug Creel cannot be happy because the defense isn't there, and now Collinsville up 7.
53-46, Kahoks on top with 2:20 left. They're outscoring the Rams 13-6 in this third quarter. Timeout presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center. Don't fumble on your next road trip. Go to Purcell Tire for a free safety inspection. Purcell Tire, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Very proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. Just a case where there's been some defensive breakdowns tonight for the Rams and all tournament where they have left some shooters open and leaving the wrong shooter open.
Wrong shooter, Maiden with 7 3-pointers so far.
Unreal. Going to have to get it figured out, that's for sure. .220 left in the third quarter out of the timeout. The Rams will have the basketball.
And like said a while ago, the feel of the game, if you don't look at the scoreboards at all, I feel like Mount Vernon's up 8 or 10 points. Then you look up and Collinsville is still up 1, 2 points. Now up 7 on this little run, and you look around and you think, how can that be? But the snipering and the 3-point shots of Collinsville carrying them here in this one.
It's made an incredible difference in the ball game. Cuiava across the timeline, left side, trying to lob down low. Nesbitt a turnaround, opposite hand, up and in.
Well, they wanted to double down on Nesbitt in the post, but the X-cut down from the wing to the block to double came after he was already in his move. Got to get down there sooner than that.
53-48, Rams back within 5. There's Midget again, but misses the shot underneath. Rebound will fall out of bounds. It'll trickle out of the hands of Flora. And the Rams get the basketball down 5.
Midget was too close on that shot.
Has your bank changed names again? At Community First Bank, the only change you'll receive is in your pocket. Check out their 11-month CD special and their one checking account. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Across the timeline goes Quentin Cuiava. Steps up top, throws deep right wing for Jones. Fitz wants an off-balance 3. It's good. Back within 2. Fitz has his first points of the half. 53-51. A minute 29 left in the third quarter. Collinsville. It's Midget with it. They have the basketball and the lead. Flora will go to the right wing. Maiden up top.
Oh.
And they will foul Maiden this time and make him earn it. Jones will pick up the foul. He'll shoot 3 at the strike.
And they make him put it on the floor. So you've already stopped him halfway by making him put it on the floor and a right-hand shooter going to his left. So you had it double against him, and then you foul him on the jump shot. You did everything right until you swatted for the block shot. And now you're going to give him 3 points probably right here the way he shoots. That is frustrating as a coach.
These will be his first points from other than beyond the arc. Makes the second. So he's made 2 thus far to extend the lead back to 4. He has another. Beanie will check back in for Williams for the Kahoks. 55-51, a minute 19 left in the third quarter. Collinsville on top, looking to add to the lead, and all 3 are good. Cuiava within the backcourt for the Rams. A minute 15 left to go in the third quarter. 56-51. Jones with it up top, looking around for Fitzgerald. He will have it between the circles. Off to the right side now. Cuiava near the corner. Coming off the sideline, doubles back on the pivot to Ruff off the baseline. Skip pass will come to Jones. He's open. He'll try to dribble drive into the paint. Kicks out Cuiava. 3 on the way. Good.
That's nice. Dribble penetration. The defense collapses in. Dish from Jones to Cuiava on the wing, and the Q knocks down a 3.
It's 56-54. 2-point game with 40 seconds left in the third. Maiden off the left wing. Going to back it up volleyball line to the top for Midget. That is where most of the offense have been for the Kahoks. 42 of the 56 points tonight. Off the left elbow comes some help, and Jay Call. He'll give it back to Maiden. Right-hand dribble, trying to curl around past the wing. Nope, to Flora right of the circle. He'll go back left wing. Midget with it on the left with 19 seconds to go in this third quarter. 56-54. Collinsville with the basketball up 2. Midget going back around to the left side. Left to right now. Now doubling back. Deep right wing with 7 seconds. Maiden wants the shot. Off balance. He'll miss. Air ball. Rebound underneath Beanie. He'll race out. Fitz will steal it away. Won't get a shot off. And that is how the third quarter will end, with a great defensive stand by the Mount Vernon Rams. After 3 quarters from Heron, the Mount Vernon Rams trailing the Collinsville Kahoks 56-54. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank, asking why you bank with Community First Bank. Is it knowing your deposits are also vital to home loans in Jefferson County and our local economy? Is it having your choice at convenient locations and ATMs? Is it seeing a staff of friendly faces you recognize as your neighbors? These are all reasons enough to count, though you only need one, and we are honored you chose us. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon.
We have a great selection of Cadillacs on the lot with the CTS that is just a phenomenal car. Of course, the Escalades are hot, and we've got Escalades in stock. Lease incentives are fantastic right now. We can get you some lease payments that are very affordable. Cadillacs are a great seller for us, and we'll take good care of you. There's a lot of luxury buyers that really appreciate our service here.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
56-54 as we head to the fourth quarter. Collinsville leads it here at the Pyramid Plus tournament. Collinsville inbound with the basketball into the backcourt. They move left to right here in the fourth quarter. It's Midget across the timeline. Lobs ahead to the elbow for Flora. Looks back to the top. Webb a three. He has one tonight. Make it two.
Yep. Better offense.
Pardon me, that was Jay Call. He has 2 threes. Same difference. It's 59-54. Guayava with it. 7:35 left to go in the regulation period. Looking back left side from the sideline. Jones another three. He has an answer, and the Rams are back within two, 59-57.
This has got the feel of the YMCA game. I'll let you shoot, you let me shoot. We'll act like we're playing defense.
Midget wants his three. Yep.
Woo.
He was up top of the key.
Hands down, man down on that one. That's exactly what that was. The defensive hands were down, and Midget had a clear look at the rim.
62-57, 5-point game. Ruff at the free throw line, going to attack the basket. Layup. Foul on the floor, says Aaron Wright. That'll be just the third Collinsville foul. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So the Rams will inbound off of the baseline. It'll be Braden Fitzgerald to trigger. Looking inside, not much there. He'll lob it all the way near the circle for Guayava. Q with the basketball, now to the right side, Jones. Quickly to Fitz, hand in the face, doesn't make it, rebound to Ruff. Ruff will turn around, get it outside to Jones with 6:49 left in the fourth quarter. Jones will dribble around traffic, almost have it stolen away, somehow get it off to Guayava. Nope, it's going to be picked away by Flora. All alone, Maiden underneath, layup good.
Yeah, Maiden went on the steal the first time and said, I'll just stand back here and wait. And by waiting, he was able to get 2 easy points.
First 2-point field goal tonight for Maiden. 6:28 left in the fourth. Now a 7-point Collinsville lead. Guayava wants it. He's all alone. 3 on the way. Ooh, just off of the back of the iron. Fitz will race for the rebound. Guayava comes up with it. Ruff left side. He'll pull up mid-post jumper. Malcolm Ruff.
He got 16. Impressive.
Heck of a night for Malcolm Ruff. Great tournament for Malcolm. Left side Midget off glass. Doesn't use it effectively. Rebound will go to Jones. Rams have a great opportunity here. 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, down 5. Fitzgerald's a race to the basket, going backdoor Ruff. Unselfish, great move.
Great look, great pass, great catch off the bounce by Ruff in the paint. Rams back to within 3.
They cut it to a possession. Timeout, Darren Lee. He now is not happy. And the Kahoks take a timeout, presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center. Seasons are changing. The winter feels like it's here, but it's not quite yet. It's time to get those tires checked. Purcell Tire in Mount Vernon offers the new quick check system. They check tire tread depths, air pressure, charging system, diagnostic check, and alignment, all in less than 4 minutes at no charge. And if you have to have another service done, maybe takes a little bit longer. I'm sure they're pretty quick, but they offer free Wi-Fi. That is huge in case you're on the go and have business to do. 64-61 is the business here. Mount Vernon trailing by 3. 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. And right now, the Rams on a bit of a hot streak, but Collinsville keeps finding ways to either extend the lead or stay just barely ahead of the Rams here.
And again, the game feel is you look up and you're like, wow, Mount Vernon should be ahead. And you look up, Collinsville's still up 3. So somehow, some way, Collinsville is figuring out how to stay ahead in this game and how to get in front of. And now a timeout here. We'll see how Collinsville comes out offensively here. Up by 3 and how they handle it. Both teams with 3 timeouts left with 5:45 to go. Mount Vernon's played splendidly, but Midget and Maiden, the M&Ms, are having a time against the Fs of Fitzgerald's and Ruff.
It's a one-possession ball game, 64-61. And the M&Ms have 47 of the 64 Collinsville points. The F Sounds have 30 of the 61 for Mount Vernon. Up top, it's Flora. 5:36 left in the fourth. He has it for Collinsville. Right wing.
Off the ball, Fitz is starting to get in Midget's head a little bit.
Could be a big difference in this game.
Yeah.
Maiden veers left, doubles back right, looking for the shot. Fitz will poke it away out of bounds. Who did it last touch? Fitz.
Collinsville runs a double high stack at the elbow, 2 guys up at the elbow, and they're running around and running. One guy will pop out in their run. They'll either look for a back screen. If they get nothing there, then the back screen guy will curl around and get the ball. At least offensively, they did last time. Let's see what happens here.
They work it into Midget out of the side out of bounds, front court.
Same setup. Collinsville's going to look for time, look for a down screen. towards the basket. If nothing's there, they pop back up high, look for a three.
Maiden's going to curl around. Goes baseline shot, swatted away from behind. Great play by Quentin Quiava, I believe, had the block. Rams will have the basketball. 5:05 to play here in the fourth. 5, that's the number of Jefferson County branches for Community First Bank of the Heartland. And if your bank has changed names again, remember, it's not you, it's them. Community First Bank believes in faithful relationships, a stable bank you can trust. Let's trust the Rams here, and Malcolm Ruff. Ooh, he'll just miss. Nesbitt goes up and over, breaking the principle of verticality. It'll be a foul on Roy. Tried for the offensive rebound and just can't go about it that way. It'll be his fourth.
4th and 4th, team and individual. Mount Vernon still down 3. Will need another defensive stop. Interesting that Fitzgerald has drawn the assignment on Midget, and Jones now on Maiden. Yep. I told you a while ago, off the ball, that Fitz was messing with Maiden pretty good and was getting in his head. And Fitz comes down the floor with Maiden as Maiden's dribbling the ball, and a slight contact that Maiden pushes on. Fitz sells, does a great job of drawing the foul, and turns it over, and Mount Vernon will get it.
Big turnover for Collinsville. 4:49 left in the fourth quarter. Jones to the backcourt for Quentin. Q will bring it across the timeline. 4:44 left. BJ off of the left sideline. It's Jones. Back to Quentin Quiava, right of the circle. Ruff clamoring for it inside. Now the Fitz off of the right arc. Trying to get the screen. Nothing there off the baseline. Then it opens up. He'll waste an opportunity. It's going to be out of bounds off of Collinsville, though, trying to get the foul.
No call there, and our angle was great there. Braden was on the baseline, even with the rim. By the time he jumped into the defender, he was probably at the box. The referee did not call it and let it go. Braden's got to be careful doing that, because sometimes an official somewhere down the road may call him for an offensive charge.
Q gets set for the tying three out of the left corner. Fitz on the inbound. Quentin Quiava the score. We're tied at 64 here in the fourth quarter. 4:20 left.
Defensive breakdown for Collinsville. Quentin was down there by himself and looked around. Well, I'll just shoot it. Nobody's guarding me. Knocked it down.
Nobody the wiser. Flora with it up top. Thought about a three. All alone underneath is Williams. Missed the bunny. Rebound underneath to Nesbitt. Taken away by Flora. Had the defensive board, but the turnover. And now, midway through the fourth quarter, Collinsville still has possession, tied at 64. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, Facebook and Instagram as well. Stolen away, tipped away. Ruff big again tonight. Ruff making a case to be your Tony Wilt State Farm player of the game. Into the front court will come Fitz, tied at 64. Braden has it. Skip past Q. Quiava underneath. Nesbitt off the left block. Inside, works it back and fouled. Royale Nesbitt to the line to shoot two.
Can't let the ball get to him, and then the double team comes late. You got to get in there and double him as that ball arrives, if not earlier, so the ball doesn't get down into the post. And Collinsville's been late on that X cut to the corner, to the box. And Royale out by time he gets it. He's got position in the post.
Tony Wilt, glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. And right now it may be parked in front of the house of Malcolm Ruff, who's having a heck of a game here tonight. Roy misses the first. He has another on the two-shot foul. It was, I believe, on number 35, LaRon Johnson, if memory serves. We'll check in with the Bird Watson scoreboard just as soon as time allows. Right now, clock stopped at 3:38. Rams back on top as Nesbitt makes the back end of two. It's 65-64 with 3:36 left to go in regulation. Walking across the timeline, one-on-one against Fitz is Midget. Flora up top. Back to, this is Jake Hall on the left arc. Coming up top near the elbow, Midget. Over the left sideline for Maiden. Maiden's going to step up top. Now throws over to number 21, Williams. Back to Flora. Flora thought about the three with 3:12 left. Hall will take the three, and he's wide open.
Wow.
It's 67-64. Woo! Third tray of the night for Jake Hall off of the bench. He has 9 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Collinsville has 15 threes in the game.
Unreal. Jones with it coming off the left sideline. Q wide open. Does he have an answer? No, this is off. It's short. Rebound Ruff, and he'll break the principle of verticality. It'll go the other way.
Second on him, 5th on the team. First rebound for Collinsville in the quarter. Darren Lee's had some snipers over the year, especially at Nashville. Jason Goforth among others. But I don't think he's had in the arsenal he's got here this year the way these guys can shoot.
And now Collinsville, as a result, is up to 67-65, 2:41 left in the fourth quarter. Zach Flora with the basketball for the Kahoks. Over to Jake Hall. 3 threes tonight for Hall. Now to the right wing. This is Midget. Trying to dribble in against Braden Fitzgerald. Has Hall coming off the wing. Inside, good cross cut. That was, I think, Zach Flora. Now a 4-point game, 69-65. Quiava right to the circle for the Rams. Down 4, 69-65 with 2:12 left in the fourth. Lob play down low. Somehow Roy recovers off glass, but no. Malcolm Ruff to clean it up and in.
Why not, right?
How many of his points tonight have been second chance? Well, about 18 of 20. Actually, no, mathematically impossible. About 16 of 20. 1:55 left in the fourth. Hey, D. Lee wants a timeout. He'll get one. It's presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center in Mount Vernon. Like the Rams, Purcell Tire tries hard to make the play every time. So whether it's service, tires, or your free safety inspection, get your vehicle in the hands of a winner. Purcell Tire, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Right now, right here in Heron Memorial Gymnasium, Pyramid Plus tournament, the final game for the Rams and Collinsville, and the Kahoks with a 69-67 lead as Darren Lee calls for the timeout. And so much going on in both of those huddles right now, but right now both teams having trouble limiting the mistake. For the Rams, it really seems to be what you would normally call over the back, which doesn't exist. Right now it seems for the Rams to be breaking the principle of verticality.
That, not guarding the three-point line, 45 points for Collinsville right now, 15 three-pointers so far in this game for the Kahoks. And again, Mount Vernon, it seems like, should be winning this game, and every time you look up the scoreboard, Mount Vernon is trailing as they are now, and Collinsville has the ball. Mount Vernon, another stat, will have to foul twice if they want to send Collinsville to the line to extend this game. They only have 5 team fouls.
Worth thinking about with only 1:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Side of the bounds for Collinsville out of the timeout. In the front court, they move left to right. Right arc, just past the top of the key was Flory. He'll go back to the top for Hall. He has a few big threes tonight. Well-placed 3 balls for Jake Hall. Right wing, Zach Flora. Left hand dribble to the top. Throws over to Maiden. Jones will have the task of guarding Maiden. Now up top, it'll be to Flora with 1:30 left. 69-67, Rams down 2. Somehow they'll slip it to Maiden off of the sideline. Back to Flora, left of the circle. He'll go left. Almost had his pocket picked. Almost had it stolen again. Now to the right side. Quick foul on Braden Fitzgerald. Not a bad foul. Gets it to 6.
Mount Vernon has turned up the pressure. And now the Rams will call there another timeout.
Timeout presented by Purcell's mouth is dry. Purcell Tire and Service Center. At Purcell Tire, they treat every car like it's their grandma's car, and they love their grandmas. 1:18 to play in regulation, 69-67. Collinsville leads by 2. We've seen it come down to the wire multiple times in this tournament with these two teams. In fact, this would not be the first time on this very floor. But right now, for both of these teams, Collinsville's enjoying a 2-point lead. Both teams, though, feeling the pressure.
Pressure here. Defensively, Mount Vernon picking up, being the team that is trailing. You'd like to see Mount Vernon obviously force a turnover, maybe come out after the timeout here with a different defensive look to kind of give Collinsville a tough time to not only inbound but to get into some type of offense. And if you can disrupt the rhythm, that's most of the time how turnovers happen. And if you're Collinsville, the three-pointer has been your weapon tonight, but I'm not sure you want to do that right now unless it's a dribble drive into the paint and the defense collapses. You can kick out, but then again, the clock is your friend. You may not need that. You may need to go inside a little bit here.
Word Watson Pharmacy in Mount Vernon is your headquarters for vaccines. Stop in and get your flu shot, pneumonia, shingles, or Tdap vaccine, 3401 Broadway in Mount Vernon. After beating Freeburg by 20 earlier in the day and finishing tied for first in their pool at Nashville, Lady Rams lose in the 5th place game to Oakville, 50-46. 1:18 left in the fourth quarter here. The male Rams trailing Collinsville by 2, 69-67 off of the inbound into the timeout. It'll be stolen away. I thought Nesbitt lost it out of bounds, but I was screened. I didn't see it. It'll be off of Collinsville, and the Rams get a break with 1:12.
Rams have a chance here. Collinsville with 1 foul to give. They only have 5 team fouls.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter, 69-67. Jones with it off of the deep left wing in the front court. Now to the circle for Fitzgerald with less than a minute to go, guarded by Williams. Screen set by Ruff. Fitz can't get through it. Now left side, they'll try to work it into Nesbitt. It'll be tipped away up top. Fitz will come away with it. Fights off the defender. Left hand dribble to the top. Pulls back, wild 3, no good. Rebound by BJ. Jones comes up with it. Up, trying to get the foul. There is Ruff. He was stopped from behind. Fell with it, but got the shot back up. 69-69.
Letting them play. 30 seconds to go. The officials were not going to call. They had several opportunities to call something. Collinsville will have the last attack if they can get a shot off.
69 all. 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Maiden with it up top. He wants the three. Contested, It's good. Iron kind, it's 72-69. Fitz will blaze down the floor, have it almost stolen away, somehow maintains his dribble. Contested three, it's short. Rebound will go to Cuiava. 8 seconds left. He'll try a three. It's good. Tied at 72 with 5 seconds left. Timeout on the floor with 3.2 to go. Cuiava comes up big again. It's tied at 72.
Scramble. A lot of times that happens. Fitz throws up the three. The defense scrambles, can't get the initial rebound. At that point, everybody's out of position. The chase is on. The ball gets up in Cuiava's hand, who's open on the S of Tigers. Knocks it down from three and ties it up. Collinsville at the quick timeout. 3.2 to go. Length of the floor to go. And Mount Vernon has no fouls to give, so they have to be careful.
It's Purcell. Need water. It's Purcell Tire and Service Center timeout. Seasons are changing. Get those tires checked. In fact, winter will be here before you know it. Feels like it almost is already outside. Get those tires checked. Take care of that precious cargo, maybe on the holiday trip to Grandma's house. Certainly want to know you're riding on great tires. Get them checked at Purcell Tire and Service Center, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 3.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter, tied at 72. All the action on WMIX this basketball season is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Visit them online at comfirstbank.net. Read all about that one checking account. You'll hear all about this next player. Maybe you're watching it online at WMIXsports.com. 3.2 ticks to go. 3.2 ticks to go on this fourth quarter clock, and it's 72 all.
25 three-pointers combined between the two teams.
That's just
and
insane.
It might take number 26 here to win this game. Interesting to see how Mount Vernon plays it. They do not guard the inbounder. He has the baseline to move. We'll see if he elects to use it.
It'll be Florida inbound, length of the floor, 3.2 left. It's Midget getting to the timeline with two. Across, he'll get inside, does not get the shot off, and we are headed to overtime.
Was not aware of how much time was on the clock.
And if you've been listening to our broadcast, you know that is a pet peeve. 72 all. Got to be cognizant of the situation. We're going to overtime. Again, the action presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Searching for a new bank? Community First Bank will make the switch easy for you. Along with their free checking, that high-yield interest makes the one account a great value. You'll love this one. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. 72-72 as we head to overtime. The Rams and the Collinsville Kahoks are all tied up in this. Already the first overtime game of the year for the Mount Vernon Rams. 1-1 on the year, looking for their second win. Collinsville's looking to stay unblemished at 3-0 if they can get the knockoff. Meanwhile, the fans in the stands ready to see their Marion Wildcats and their Heron Tigers in a cross-county clash here in the nightcap final game of the Pyramid Plus. Championship implications on the line here in this one. If the Rams would win and then the Marion Wildcats would win, there'd be a three-way tie for first. It's going to come down to the wire for sure. They'll put a fresh 4 minutes on the clock, and we will have overtime here at the Pyramid Plus tournament. Game got started late due to the Collinsville bus breaking down.
They're going to want to break down every night this pace.
May help their chances. As it'll be Jake Hall and Malcolm Ruff jumping center here. Left to right the Kahoks, right to left the Rams in this fifth period, if you will. It'll be tipped, it'll be up, it'll be controlled by the Rams. Nesbitt with it, throws off to the left side for Blake Jones. Jones, Fitzgerald's, Ruff, Nesbitt, and Cuiava. Not in numerical order. Not in alphabetical order. Just the order I named them. So they're looking for the lob play to Nesbitt. Wide open Cuiava, up top it's Jones. Settles for trying to dribble drive, jump stop. No, he'll get it inside to Ruff. Uses his body, almost had the and one. Just missed the field goal, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws instead.
Yeah, get it inside to Malcolm Ruff. Nobody's really had an answer for him this week in the Pyramid.
3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Both teams now should be in the bonus. First free throw by Malcolm will unlock the tie. 73-72. Rams on top here in overtime. Get the feeling it may not be the only OT. Maybe whoever has the ball last wins. Misses a second. 73-72 it'll remain temporarily. Into the front court, 3:32 to go in OT. Williams with it, deep left wing, throws back to the volleyball line. Midget will go to Flora. Flora's right of the circle. Now throws left of it. This is Hall looking in. Nothing there. Midget now outside the arc. Steps top of the key. Throws off to Maiden. Back to Williams on the deep right wing with 3:12 to play in overtime. 73-72 Rams. Uh-oh. Flora three. No good. Rebound will be punched away. Coming away with it is Jones. 1 minute into overtime. The Rams up one. 73-72. Left corner, Cuiava with the basketball. Big minutes for the junior.
Again, application time. His resume looking good.
Q a three. Yes!
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what, Malcolm. Q is giving you competition for the Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game award. Q's worth 10 in Scrabble. It's worth 3 here tonight. Now Midget wants a three. It's no good. 76-72 Rams on top.
Rams have got Collinsville on the ropes now. Threes aren't dropping. Collinsville's getting gun shy.
Fitzgerald's with the basketball. We're going to have some stars of the game to choose from tonight. Fitz at the corner. Going to give it at the circle. Now Cuiava wants it. Lobs it underneath. Nesbitt, turnaround off glass. No good. Rebound tipped around. Rough, and they're playing here, but we're going to have to ultimately have a push. And that'll be all she wrote for Royale Nesbitt.
Yep. He'll foul out with 13.
Heck of a night for Roy. That's huge for the Rams. Doug Creel will give him a pat of approval. He'll get a standing O from the Rams fans in attendance. 2:11 left. 76-72 in overtime. The Rams leading the Collinsville Kahoks. To the line for a 1-1 will go Zach Flora, who is 2 of 2 tonight from the stripe, if my calculations are indeed correct. He will make the first to get another. If you missed our social media question of the week on the Saturday Sports Show this morning, check out our Facebook wall, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Fresh content is always on the Twitterverse and Instagram tonight as well, as Flora makes both. If you had money on a D-lead timeout after the free throws, you would be astutely correct. This timeout is presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center, 1212 Broadway in Mount Vernon. At least I thought it was a lead timeout.
High drama.
Yeah, it is. Wouldn't have anything less
no.
in a battle of two historic.
You get this battle to start with, and then you get Heron Marion next. But this one here, the obvious is Collinsville has not hit a three in a while, even though they have 15 of them. Mount Vernon has 10 of them. 25 total threes between the two teams as we play here. And the Rams have the ball and a 2-point lead with 2:11 to go. Free throws down the stretch, length of the floor for the Rams. Royale Nesbitt is fouled out. So right now, Quentin Cuiava is starting to crack out of the shell, and his anonymity is gone because teams now will be aware of him a little bit. But the object in front now for Mount Vernon, I think you got to keep in the hands of Fitz and Jones and play off of Cuiava and or Ruff in a little two-man game on the floor.
2:11 to go in the fourth quarter. 76-74 here in overtime. I said fourth quarter, sorry, overtime. I should not read the scoreboard like a teleprompter. Rams will inbound. Length of the floor, Cuiava gets it into Fitzgerald's deep in the back court, near the baseline. It'll be 1-on-2 here as Fitz trying to get across. Does so. Fancy footwork and dribbling. Fitz will dribble some time off the clock. The clock's got to start first. 2:11 left still. Nobody has started the clock.
Uh-oh, our main man fell asleep. They're going to have to take time off. It will not. It took 1 second. It wouldn't start. So they're going to have to run probably 10 seconds off, is my guesstimation.
In all fairness, the clock operator is pulling double duty tonight.
Right. And everybody in the building becomes clock operators at that point. So why don't they go down to put 2 minutes on it, because that would be the fair estimate. and then move on.
And they'll all have a conversation and take care of it and get it right.
They'll say, take this much time off. Darren Lee will come down and say, no, I don't think that's how much ran off. That's a good time, 10 seconds. All right, let's play. Next time the clock won't start or something happens, the clock won't work, they'll probably tell the clock operator, buzz the horn to stop play. That way that goes on. That's how you remedy that situation and you play on.
Great crew on top of it. Quick inbound with 2 minutes left to go in the overtime. 76-74. Rams up 2. It's Jones with it off of the baseline. Gets it beyond the arc now to Brighton Bowers. Left-hand dribble. He'll roll between the circles and get it to Fitz. Set the screen. Maiden still able to get through. Fitz will back it up to the circle with 1:44 left to go. Fighting the defender, and Maiden will pick up a foul. That'll be his third.
Yep. Maiden got a little too much jersey and arm that time. So the 1-on-1 for Fitz, perfect from the line tonight, is the senior.
Fitz, who started off a little dicey with a few points early on, is now at the line with 17, looking for 18 and 19 with 1:42 left to go. And a rare miss. Jinx. Ruff had the rebound, tipped out of bounds, will be Mount Vernon basketball. Ruff had the rebound, but it was poked out of his hands with 1:39 left. And so credit Malcolm Ruff with another big play. We'll see Johnson check back in. He'll take the spot of Jake Hall, probably for some defense here. Use that beef in the post. 1:39 left in OT. All of the action presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 1:39 to go. Right arc, this is Blake Jones. Left-hand dribble, backs it near the corner at the scorer's table with 1:34 left. Tried to make a move, but had to go back. Trying to get past Williams with 1:30. 76-74 in overtime. Rams up 2. Collinsville Kahoks, the opponent, the aggressor right now defensively. Cuiava trying to get past Maiden. Now Ruff will come up to the top to help out with 1:17 to go. Don't want to get trapped near that timeline, but Ruff able to get it off to Cuiava with 1:12. Quinton directs traffic now. He'll give off to Blake Jones with 1:07. And now we will have a foul on Maiden. That'll be his fourth.
A little too handsy away from the ball.
And Fitz is in his head.
Well, he's gotten to him. The senior is messing with him a little bit. One side thinks Fitz is doing too much. The other side thinks somebody's doing too much to Fitz. And it's good hard basketball between a 3A and a 4A school is what's going on.
Just a game of cat and mouse. 1:06 left. Fitz at the line for the 1-and-1 and makes the first.
He wouldn't miss 2 in a row.
No.
Can't believe he missed 1 in a row.
I know. 77-74. Looking to make it 2 possessions with 1:06 left to go in overtime. Rams right now lead by 3. Looking to make it 4. Speaking of which, number 4 at the free throw line makes them both. Hall will come back in. Just a simple substitution for Johnson. 78-74. Rams up 4 with 1:06 left. Twin Lake College powers your video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your college education.
And besides the 3-pointers, really the Rams have outplayed Collinsville tonight.
They have. And now Midget length of the floor on a layup and a foul.
That's
Missed
a smart
the layup.
play. Smart play by Midget. You're getting down to the point where in the NBA you'd have to take 2 for 1 and get extra possessions, an extra shot on the clock. And he goes length of the floor, takes it right at Fitz, gets around him. Then Ruff comes over and fouls him. And now at the line with the clock stopped, Midget will have 2 shots.
It was tied at the half. It was tied after 4. Midget trying to cut into the deficit. Now down 3 as he makes the first.
That's just a high IQ basketball play there is what that is. To take it right at Mount Vernon and the defenders and make the and get to the line and stop the clock. And now you score at the clock stop and 60 seconds left in the game.
And misses a second, but the rebound to Flora and Collinsville. Williams with it to the right to Midget, deep right wing with 54 seconds left. 3-point game. It is 78-75. Left wing. Big play here for Flora up top. Johnson's going to swing over to the right wing. Maiden all alone. Left wing 3 on the way is no good. Rebound will go to Brighton Bowers, and BB comes up with the big board. 38 seconds to go in OT. And now a quick foul as Brighton Bowers will go to the line, and that'll be the 5th foul for Ronnie Midget.
That'll be 22 points for Midget, and he will foul out. Big free throws, Brighton Bowers. Hasn't been there tonight. 1 3-pointer way back in the first quarter for Brighton Bowers.
36.3 seconds to go. Here in overtime, 78-75. Rams by 3. Bowers a chance to make it a 2-possession ball game with a 1-in-bonus situation. It'll be double bonus the rest of the way for the Rams. Collinsville with their 9th team foul. Gone for the night is Ronnie Midget. And the first free throw is good.
Wonderful. Brighton Bowers steps up. Big free throw. It makes it a 2-possession game with 36 seconds. High drama here in Williamson County.
Second one good. Makes them both. It's 80-75. 34 seconds to go. We're in overtime from Heron. Pyramid Plus tournament. This could become a title game. Who knows? Right corner. 3 on the way for Collinsville. It's going to be long. That shot was taken by Williams. Looking at Maiden up top. He'll drive. Runner is good. And we will have a timeout on the floor. Back within a possession. Collinsville 80-77. Just a simple runner inside the free throw line for Tommy Maiden. Timeout presented by Purcell Tire and Service Center. Gym's starting to fill up for the nightcap. Williamson County rivalry game. Shane Hawkins and the Marion Wildcats taking this one in from the tunnel. Right now, both of these teams discussing philosophy. Darren Lee and his Collinsville Kahoks. Doug Creel and his Mount Vernon Rams. The Rams lead at 80-77.
Get it in. No turnovers. Go down and make free throws. Game's over. You go 2-1. You're in the battle for tournament championship. And then you root like crazy for Heron to beat Marion to get them 2 losses, and then you win it. If not, I think it comes down to free throw percentage, I believe. And if that's the case, Mount Vernon is not in a bad spot.
Looking for it, but I don't see it.
I was informed in the third quarter it's free throw percentage via another media member.
Well, there we go. Takes care of that.
He wouldn't lie to me.
I trust. 20 seconds left. Rams on the inbound out of the time, or in the overtime. I'll get it straightened out here. Fitzgerald's deep in the backcourt. Will be fouled. That'll bail me out. Easier to talk about a kid at the free throw line. 3-point lead for the Rams. Fitz could make it 5 if he can knock down these free shots with 15.7 seconds left in OT. Second foul on Chandler Beanie.
You make one, ball game over.
He has 2. Double bonus time, and he makes the first.
Shooter's touch.
15.7 seconds left. And what a tangled web woven of this tournament. Rams lose on night 1 to Marion by 5 and have rebounded to win. As of right now, their final 2 games. Fitz makes both. 5-point game, 82-77. 13 seconds left. Maiden from the volleyball line. No. Wow, could have worked it closer, and Ruff will get the big rebound with 6 seconds left.
And Collinsville will not foul.
And they will back off and credit the Rams with their checkmate in this chess match. 82-77, the final score in overtime. And the Rams finish this Pyramid Plus at 2-1. If the Marion Wildcats beat the Heron Tigers, it'll be a 3-way tie for first with 2-1 records. We'll come back. We'll talk more about it in our Schmitz Lake Cadillac postgame show. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Taking a look at your next bad weather forecast, a chance of rain tonight and into your overnight hours with a low around 39. A chance of rain continues tomorrow with a high near 47. A chance of rain again tomorrow night, but otherwise cloudy with a low around 38 degrees. Rain continues in the forecast Monday and into Tuesday before clearing off on Wednesday. That's a look at your next bad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
People's National Bank makes purchasing a home easy. Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist with People's National Bank. Visit peoplesnationalbank.com to fill out an online application 24/7, and you will be on your way to owning your own home. If you have any questions, give me, Joy Schrader, a call at 241-6928.
People's National Bank, your home for home loans. Proudly serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
Hi, Seth Arnold of Schmidt Ford in Salem, Illinois. Do you need a new Ford or perhaps a pre-owned car, van, or four-wheel drive truck for this winter? Do you want to know that you receive the best service here locally and be well taken care of when the purchase of the service of your new vehicle? Well, come over to Schmidt Ford in Salem and speak with myself or one of my fellow sales consultants. Let us help you choose a great vehicle for you from one of our 5 dealerships. So hurry in and experience the Schmidt Ford difference.
A new occupational certificate is flying into Red Lake College in spring 2016. Learn to operate unmanned aircraft systems, better known as drones. Learn the next big thing in technology in as little as 1 semester. Classes conveniently held in the evenings. Drones are useful in many careers. Videographers can capture footage from the air. Farmers can check crops with precision. Investigators can examine crime scenes or assist with search and rescue. And the possibilities go on and on. Learn more at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here.
Watson offers 2 convenient locations to serve you here in Mount Vernon. Our locally owned Health Mart Pharmacy at 3401 Broadway provides dedicated and specialized pharmacy services, including flu vaccines, a convenient drive-thru, online refill services, and a mobile app. At Bird Watson Drug, we take the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer questions you may have. At 1200 Main Street, our medical equipment store has a large selection of lift chairs, scooters, and other mobility equipment to meet your needs. Come in and check out our large selection of scrubs, including Wonder Wing, Carhartt, Grey's Anatomy, Certainty, Cherokee, and much more. The extremely comfortable cloths are great for people who are on their feet all day and made here in America. Bird Watson also has a large selection of compression stockings in a variety of colors and patterns. Stop by Bird Watson Pharmacy at 3401 Broadway or our medical equipment and scrubs location at 1200 Main Street. Bird Watson, specializing in expanding to provide patients and medical professionals with specialized service and expanded product offerings.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
It took overtime, but the Mount Vernon Rams beat the Collinsville Kahoks tonight by a score of 82-77. This is your Schmidt postgame show. I'm Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll have your final stats coming up in just a moment. We will also owe you a 20 Wilt State Farm Player of the Game and a final Bird Watson scoreboard before we leave the air tonight. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Don't forget, you can schedule your service online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Make or model does not matter. They will service anything at Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Mount Vernon. Marion and Heron coming up next to wrap up the Pyramid Plus tournament. All eyes in the King City will be on this matchup, at least those that stand behind, to see if it'll be Marion or if it'll be Heron. Heron is 0-2 coming in. Marion is 1-1. They need to win to force a 3-way tie for first place in the championship, coming down to what we understand will be free throw percentage. The Rams and Kahoks were tied at 40 at half, 72 after regulation, and the Rams outscored Collinsville 10-5 in overtime. We'll tell you more about it after a quick break on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, I'm Bria Ashley with Community First Bank. Working together to make your switch to CSB easy and stress-free is just one of the many ways we can help you out. From switching direct deposits, automatic payments, or recurring transfers, to enrolling in convenient services such as mobile and online banking, we're here to make the switch to Community First quick and easy. We can even print your debit card immediately to assure access to your account on the same day. Stop in and let one of our friendly bankers work with you to ensure the transition is smooth. Stop by one of our 5 locations today and let us welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Fall is here and harvest time is approaching. What does this mean for you? Deer are running more frequently now. I hope we don't have to meet in the near future because of these creatures. But in the unfortunate chance you do find Mother Nature dancing onto your hood, you can be confident that Landers will be here to tend to you and your ride. And, as our specialty and main focus is collision repair alone, no one is more qualified to restore your vehicle back to its previous condition or better, and in the process, helping to retain its resale value. We have never been more committed to giving you the best service available. Every day we continue to set the standards for quality collision repair. Whether it's Murray the Deer in his bright orange hunter's vest or a herd of his friends vandalizing your ride, give us a chance to show you what we can do for you. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888 Landers. That's 1-888 Landers.
Taking a look at your next bad weather forecast, chance of rain tonight and into your overnight hours with a low around 39. A chance of rain continues tomorrow with a high near 47. A chance of rain again tomorrow night. but otherwise cloudy with a low around 38 degrees. Rain continues in the forecast Monday and into Tuesday before clearing off on Wednesday. That's a look at your next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com had your streaming video tonight with the Mount Vernon Rams wrapped up their Pyramid Plus 2-1 in the record with an 82-77 win in overtime against the Collinsville Kahoks. And DC, big win for the Rams. They win by 5, outscore Collinsville in OT, and just come away 2-1. And now hope for Heron to come away with a win tonight and give them a tournament championship.
Well, the orange and black on one side is squarely sitting with the orange and black of Heron on this side. And if Heron wins tonight, Mount Vernon is the champs. If not, you go into all the tiebreaker rules that I think starts with free throw percentage. But we'll see as the evening goes along how this pertails and opens up.
Well, I think the stats will tell us quite the tale about this one. A great factoid you put on Twitter a little bit earlier at WMIX Sports was 25 threes between the two teams. I know that in total had to have increased in overtime.
Nope, didn't, because nobody made a 3 in overtime.
There you go.
26. Cuyava had 1. So Mount Vernon goes 17 of 32 from two-point range, 53%, 11 of 27 from the arc for 41%. The Rams go 28 of 59 from the field for 47%. Collinsville 9 of 22 from two-point range, 41%. 16 of 28 from three-point line for 57%. So 25 or 26 three-pointers for both sides. Collinsville goes 50% from the field, 25 out of 50. Free throw shooting was solid, flaming hot, as Mount Vernon goes 14 of 18 for 78%. Collinsville 11 of 13 for 85%. Rebounding went to Mount Vernon 34-20, and the turnovers not many at all. Collinsville 8, Mount Vernon had 6. The Kahoks had 7 players score in the game. Tommy Baden had 31 points, including 8 three-pointers, all by his lonesome. Then Ronnie Midget had 22 before fouling out. Jay Call had 9, Zach Flora 8. Sam Webb 3, Chandler Beanie 2, and LaRon Johnson had 2. The Rams are led in scoring tonight by Malcolm Ruth with 23 points. Braden Fitzgerald's 21. Royale Nesbitt 13. Quentin Cuyava off the bench with 12. 4 3-pointers, all in the second half or overtime. Blake Jones had 6. Brighton Bowers 5. And Dylan Ools 2 as the Rams win in overtime 82-77.
Your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show will continue in just a moment. The Rams big winners in overtime over Collinsville. We're going to try to beat the national anthem for the second game to conclude our post-game report. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
A new occupational certificate is flying into Red Lake College in spring 2016. Learn to operate unmanned aircraft systems, better known as drones. Learn the next big thing in technology in as little as one semester. Classes conveniently held in the evenings. Drones are useful in many careers. Videographers can capture footage from the air. Farmers can check crops with precision. Investigators can examine crime scenes or assist with search and rescue. And the possibilities go on and on. Learn more at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me. Okay, what? Do you think the State Farm jingle really works? Like, for real? Like, did you sing the jingle? Will your agent actually appear and help you out? Yeah, of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
In reality, having your own State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when you need them. Call me, Tony Wilt, in Mount Vernon at 242-1421 or find me online at TonyWilt.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game is next.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame continues. Tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams victorious over the Collinsville Kahoks, 82-77. Time to meet our Tony Wilt State Farm stars of the game.
Well, Royale Nesbitt is our number 3 star. Great game, double figures before fouling out with 13. Then Malcolm Ruff was in the lead, had 23 to lead all scores. He got player of the game last night. And number 1 guy with 12 points off the bench on all 3-pointers and hit the big 3 to send it in overtime. We're going to give it to Quentin Cuyava tonight with his 12-point performance off the bench as our star of the game.
There you go. That's how it's going to wind down here tonight. The Rams still in contention for a Pyramid Plus tournament title depending upon what happens in this next game. So we will see how it works out for the Rams. Scoreboard from Bird Watson. We can tell you tonight in the 5th place game, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams fell to Oakville 50-46, and that is after beating Freeburg by 20 earlier today. Bird Watson in Mount Vernon, 3401 Broadway. Don't forget to download their mobile app where you can refill your prescription right from your phone. You can also set a reminder for your medications. Player of the game tonight, as we told you, is Quentin Quiava. Made some big threes down the stretch. A massive three actually 4 massive threes in the second half. So he is our player of the game. Tony Wilt would love to help your family with all of your insurance needs. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or give him a call or stop in or look for that white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. It's been a great week of basketball here on WMIX. We appreciate the hospitality from Nashville and from Heron as well. Both of the athletic departments very kind to us. We love coming to both schools, and we appreciate them and appreciate everybody who has helped us out and passed along kind words this week. Now we'd appreciate a follow on social media at WMIX Sports on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For our WMIX Sports team this week of Danny Czerwinski, Jeff Crow, Audrey Southern, and Seth Gass, I'm Chris Hugo. For one final time this Thanksgiving